I can't believe they let you in here, you fucks. Who let you in? Go have dinner with your families, you fucking idiots. Like, if you're on the East Coast, it's 11. If you're on the West Coast, it's 8. Like, your wife is leaving you soon. Why are you here? Oh, 2 guys I've never heard of on the internet are fighting. I need to know the latest. What a bunch of nerds. Before we do this tonight, I need you to know that I know this is juvenile and retarded. Okay? Do you think I inflated a man for nothing? Okay? Welcome Adam Dominguez to the show. Adam, thanks so much for being here. What do you have to say for yourself?
Ty's cool.
Ty's cool? Wow. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here with Adam and me on the show today. If you're feeling a little gypped, you should. That's not a real man in the seat over there. And I teased a big guest, and while we could sit here all day and go, hey, Adam, how's it going?
Ty's cool.
Wow, and he just keeps complimenting Ty.
Ty's cool.
Okay, wow. Okay, well, this is whatever's happening on the screen now. It's terrifying. I will tell you, we've just switched to YouTube. Okay, this is too much for my little senses. Okay, so that's what happens now when people join on YouTube? That's crazy. Okay. Well, we are on YouTube now, so thank you so much for being with us on YouTube. We do have a real guest tonight, so don't get too shangry with me, okay? We're going to get to it. It's all a big reveal. It's part of what we do here at The Onion.
Ty's cool.
All right, I know. He's great. He's really great. He's beloved by micers everywhere. So before we start, I do want you to know, this is silly. I want you to know there's no ill will with Ty, and like the other side of this coin are the ones threatening like physical assault and apparently legal action, which I can't. I love it when like a guy who can't afford full Glade plugins threatens legal action. It's like, my dream is to take care of my dad. He's 80. TikTok, Ty. When are you going to take care of him? You'll get the coffin? Okay, guys. That's mean, too, to make fun of a man's dad who could die any minute. I'm unmuting our guest tonight. We do have a real guest. I'm so sorry to fuck around with you. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been on the show before. You're going to love the way he smells through your screens if you have that feature. Put your hands together for Mr. George White.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, well, I gave you a lot of energy there, and you just kind of moped on in. So that didn't feel great. So I feel like maybe we take it again from the top.
Okay.
Oh, my God. You're going to come in here looking like Bagger Vance on an iced tea break. Okay. Anyway, George White, guys, you know him. He's been here before. You can look him up on all the socials. You'll find him there. Jorge White. I don't know who does our cards, but we're going to have that looked at. You can find him on all the socials. George, you hit me up. I haven't heard from you in a while. You left. You got the fuck out of Vegas a while ago, correct?
Yeah. Last year, last May, last April. Yeah.
But I was thinking about this today. You and I have known each other coming up on 4 years now. I think you first did my show in 2018. Kool-Aid brought you, I believe.
Yeah, no, that was a year before that. So it's
or was it Tyler who brought you first? I can't remember who brought you first.
It was Kool-Aid in the old apartment before you went to Edinburgh in Scotland or something.
Yeah.
And then,
but that was like 4 years ago. I forgot about this shit.
Yeah.
You hit me
just leaving that apartment.
Yeah, so you hit me up. I didn't know this. You worked a weekend with Ty with Adam Dominguez, who we also have again here in studio.
Ty's cool.
All right. He really loves Ty. You worked a weekend with Ty. Now, only once have you worked with Ty?
Oh, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Oh, that's all he'll allow.
Yeah, exactly.
Before this show starts, too, I want people to know I didn't. This is 100% true, but just for journalistic integrity, what little we do have on this show, I didn't reach out to you asking you to come on this show and share this story. I didn't even know about this story, correct?
Correct.
Like, this was, when I found out about this, I almost shit a brick. I felt like I had stepped outside my own body, floated above myself, and watched someone else expose Ty. Because you and Adam Dominguez, who we've all seen here, went on a road trip with this guy and then went on a podcast and talked all about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And even though that's true, we weren't able to get Adam to join us tonight. From what I understand, Adam is sitting back and seeing what happens with all this drama.
Yeah. Gauging the fallout.
Gauging the fallout. Now, I like Adam, so I don't want to say anything bad about him. So we'll be going over some clips tonight. No, I'm just kidding. He's the worst. And he always just jumps in with a
Ty's cool.
We know he's cool. Adam didn't want to come on the show. He literally, from what I hear, is just wants to sit out and see where the chips fall on this. But I'm telling you all, the chips ain't falling with Ty. There's no siding with Ty on this. And I know he has a few people fooled. I know he does. But I won't stop. This is a personal mission of mine. I won't stop until the world sees what I see. A man who abuses children and adults. I can't prove any of this. This is a comedy program. Okay, so how did you meet Ty? We should ask you this first because this is very important. How did you meet Ty Rivera?
Oh, shit. I had seen him on posters at shows.
I had seen him on posters. You know, seeing someone on a poster is not meeting a person, right?
In El Paso. Okay, I'd seen him on posters in El Paso, so I kind of knew who he was.
I first met Batman in 1992. I think it was Batman Returns. I had just gotten a Big Mac from McDonald's, and he was on the cup.
All right, so when I saw him at the Super Bowl party at Drew's place, he's the bartender at LA Comedy Club.
Yeah, I love Drew.
I was like, oh,
I love
what's
Drew.
that?
Shout outs to Drew.
Yeah.
I like Drew.
Shout outs to Drew. Yeah, and so I met Ty there, but it was with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. And,
brag more.
We talked. It was whatever. It was fine.
That's the first time you met?
Yeah, that was it.
And then and when was this? 2019? Give me an idea of like just timeline wise.
Yeah, 2019.
How long have you lived in Vegas?
It was just a year. I got there like January of 2019, so it was just a little bit before that Super Bowl party.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were on my show the first time, you must have been visiting, because I think you were on in 2018.
No, it wasn't 18. It was 19.
Man, I wasn't in that apartment in 2019.
Oh, that's crazy. I think we'd have to check the receipts.
No, I think we're going to have to not take anything this guy says for the rest of the night as
I'm gonna look it up on Facebook right now. I'm going to check the receipts.
As word. But either way, I don't care. It doesn't matter, and that's not the point. The point is, shortly after you were working a gig, explain how this all went down, I guess. It's your story, it's your journey, and I want people to know that we haven't rehearsed this. I didn't tell you what to say. I don't even know all the details of it. I only know what was said on Freddie Correa. How do you say it?
Chick Corea. Chick Corea. Freddie is his English name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing that. I can't keep up with the trans and now languages. Are you guys out of your mind? I can't dead name. I can't English name. What the fuck is happening? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I English name him? I'm sorry. Did I say the name that's on his Facebook? So what's his? It's Schick Because I'm pretty sure that's
chick.
a razor.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
it's spelled chick, but you can pronounce it chick. That's fine.
Okay. Either way, I liked this guy before this conversation started. And now I
Give
don't.
it time.
No, so you guys go on this podcast and you just rip this whole story out. Now, here's what I find funny. Why wouldn't Adam just, you've already told the story and shit all over Ty? What's the point of, this? I don't like people like this. This is a big, big thing with me. It's like you coming out and saying something's funny or someone is funny, and then you having a personal falling out with them, and then being like, that person always sucked. I was never their friend. It's like, what does this say about you and your word and your opinion? It goes with the fucking wind, right?
Like when he shit on Gooch? Yeah.
Like Gooch or Tricks. It's like when we find the post of him so excited to be with my buddy Tricks. He's hilarious. If you ever get a chance to see him, get down and see him. This was 2019. He's saying this. And literally the beginning of 2021, he's like, fuck him. We were never that good of friends anyway. It never meant much to me anyway. He's not even really funny. He's a hack. It's like, you told me and my family to go see him. He was worth it. We spent all our money.
Well, same with Gooch. Yeah, he did Gooch's midnight show, Stupid Town. And
right.
Apparently they sold it out and he thanked them for it.
Of course they did. Of course they did. He works there all the time. It's one of the 3 places he still works in this town.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. From what I hear, you're going to be done at LA Comedy Club. By the time you get back to town, Ty, it's going to be over. We do a lot of effects here at the show. So you are on the road with Adam Dominguez, pictured here. And then you get a call, or Adam gets a call. Do you want to set this up? Do you want to set up?
Yeah, so we're in Phoenix. Alex got a gig in Phoenix, and he got me and Adam a spot on the show. And so he needed a car. He needed a ride. And I was like, you know what? The Jetta can handle that shit. I just drove from Indiana to El Paso, from El Paso to Vegas. And so, let's fucking do it. So we drove the, 6 hours to Phoenix. And then we're at Whataburger and shit. And Alex is being hella petty, bending my chassis and destroying my exhaust.
Yeah, Alex wanted to go on the road with me to feature the Looney Bins in Oklahoma, Little Rock, and Wichita. And I was headlining, and he's like, I want to come feature for you. And I'm like, it's not that I don't want you there. I like you. I think you're fun. It's just that physics. I don't think they've built a Hydra collider that can get you there. So
we tried to offset the weight by having me and Adam on the driver's side, and then he would be in the passenger side. And we got there. And then I guess Ty had hit Adam up about featuring for him, and then there was some other dude who was going to drive. I don't remember that part specifically because I didn't obviously have the conversation. But
yeah, so what's the deal? Is Ty unable to drive, or is he just a diva? He won't drive, or is this about using comics or saving money? You tell me, because I heard, and we'll be fair, that he paid for gas.
Yeah, he paid for gas. Was super stingy about it too.
He was stingy about the gas.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? He thought you were pocketing some?
No, it's just borderline gas buddy. He just wanted the cheapest gas in a 5-mile radius. So we had to skip a few stations.
The cheapest gas. Oh, he has a app that
I don't know if he was using it, but he would just look at the sign and be like, no, that's too expensive. Let's keep going. And it's like, bro, we need gas. What the fuck?
So you pick him up. He's going to pay for gas. This is your car. Now,
yeah.
You're doing this for no money? Do you know if you're making money at this point?
Oh, yeah. So it's 2 days. Adam's going to feature one day for $100, and then I'm going to feature for the other day for $100.
You're driving 15 hours one way trip. And then back 8?
Yeah. Sacktown.
I mean, how bad do you want to be a comedian?
At the time,
Like,
really
what
badly.
the fuck? This is why, I'm sorry. This is why when Ty's like, you're not out there at Chonkless doing it, so I don't want your opinion. It's like, I don't want your $25. It isn't worth the gas. I'm sure Chonkless is lovely this time of year. But I can't imagine you giving up 2 days of your life and putting the wear and tear on your already burdened car to go and do this. So this is strictly networking for you. This is like, hey, maybe this will be an in. Maybe this will lead to some feature work. Because Adam doing this too, this is one of the saddest crusades I've ever heard of. Like, because we got to break it down. Ty might be making 200, 300 a show max. 300 max for the headliner on a $100 feature show. Come on. That means the host is making $25.50. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the kind of guy when he badmouths everybody and says everyone's beneath him. I want you to remember this is the kind of guy who sits in the back of George White's car for $200 a night. And I'm not trying to shit on your car. I'm just saying this is not worth the money for anyone involved in this trip. Like a Southwest flight from Vegas to Sacramento, an Alaska Airlines flight has to be $49.
Shit, yeah.
And then you're all staying in the same hotel room there?
Ugh, yeah, that was god-awful.
This is going to get... Wait till you hear about this story. Queen Ty.
In the world.
All right, continue. So you picked Ty up.
Yeah, we pick him up. Okay, so and then Adam pointed out in the chat that Ty wanted to save his car, so I guess the mileage on his car, he didn't want to put the wear and tear on it. And then so I got an oil change. We pick him up.
Hold on, Ty didn't want to put the wear and tear on his car?
Yeah.
By the way, Adam, you being in the chat and telling how the story goes and giving your little opinion makes you even a bigger bitch. It's like you doing it but not doing it. We all talked here in the studio. We hate you. He's so sad now. Look at him. No, he's got a perma smile on his face. I had to inflate that today. So you tell me who's the loser. All right. So then Ty gets on the road and he decides to make a video, does he not?
Oh, that was okay. So that's after. So we pick him up, we get some Starbucks, and then we hit that massive gas station just west of Las Vegas. And we get food. And on the way there,
I wouldn't know. If I was going to Sacramento, I'd fly.
For all the plebs who have to drive, there's a big gas station.
I wouldn't
just west.
pile a bunch of comics into a clown car for
into a fucking 05 Jetta
caravan of sadness to Sacktown. Hey, everybody, join us tomorrow night at a haunted mansion with 7 people in a ballroom. Don't forget. And by the way, Ty can get you comped. Brag about that more, you fucking dope. If I hear one more low-level comic go, I can get you in. Really? Seems like anyone who acts as if could get into your gigs. Like, I just like these people are like, just message me. I can get you on the list, you silly bitch. It's like, of course you can. This isn't a Best Western bar. You can get me in? Do you know the front desk clerk? Jesus Christ. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that out on everyone. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. I want to get to when he does the podcast because we have the footage of his... Because he decides to do an unbothered in the car on the way to Sacramento, right?
I vaguely remember it. I don't know what he said. I know that there's a video on it on his page.
There is a video on it, and it's not just on his page. You sent it to me.
Yeah.
Don't go. It's
but
on
I
his
didn't
page.
watch it.
Well, we should watch it. But here's what I also want to point out. And by the way, Ty, my only goal for this whole show is by the end of it, you hate Adam Dominguez the most. That's the whole goal for this show. Not only for not coming on like a giant pussy, but when I show you the video that I'm about to show you of how he sat in the back seat filming your neck, you silly little girl. You'll see how serious everyone takes you. All right, let me open this up. Hold on. And people are like, wow, this sounds just like a normal road gig. Why are you ragging on Ty so hard? It's like, just hold on. I just want to play these in order. And by the way, I apologize in advance for Ty's appearance in these. I didn't tell him to dress like this. Now I can't get this up to the... Oh, you know why? That's full screen up there. I'm sorry. We have a lot of audio and video to get through tonight. George isn't going to be able to see his kid for 2 days.
He's fed.
Huh?
He's fed. He's sleeping.
That's perfect. All right. So here's a video of Ty. And don't adjust your sets. He does have a Michael Jackson in rehearsal vibe about him. Also, I don't know what's happened to his eyes, but they seem very droopy and sad. And I'll tell you this, just as a general rule of thumb. When you meet a person who's made the conscious decision to get a face tattoo, it's over for them. Okay? They have lost their gourds. And this is just a good general rule of thumb. And doesn't Ty have 2? You know? He has like 1. I think he has a tattoo under each eye now because this is an old video. So, cross the street when a man's coming towards you with eye tattoos. I'll just make that clear before we get started on this. What did you think when you picked him up looking like this? I didn't know he was such a gray, disheveled bitch. This is why he's never on. This is why he's never on camera for his Unbothered. Am I right?
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 reasons I think that he's never on camera. Number 1, he edits heavily. Everything's heavily edited. Like, and when it's video, it's way more apparent that that's happening. Number 2, for Ty to look good, you know, I've been fat and a piece of shit my whole life. I've never worried about looking good. That's long gone for me. But Ty has this vanity thing to keep up. He's constantly posting his washboard abs and his bee sting face. I don't know. So I feel like for him, if he can't be at his best, why do it? But then explain something like this leaking out into our feeds. You know. Let's see. Also, watch his fake start. Watch him get into character right before the video starts. I hate it. He acts like he doesn't even want to be doing this, and his producer's making him do it. Watch.
What's up, everybody? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. Right now, I could put in my...
Now, notice this grinning son of a bitch in the back here, holding his camera up, okay? Imagine riding with this fucking diva, and then he whips out his phone, and you're just like, really gonna do a podcast? We're all in the car with you, idiot? Hi, everybody. Okay.
Mic because it's right here, but I don't feel like messing with it, so I just have earbuds.
The start of his podcast is, hey guys, I could use a different mic, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, like that's the beginning of your show? Like, cool.
In, sort of like a little nerd. And then if you look over to my left, you will see Mr. Adam Dominguez. He just on his own live stream. Oh, it's Inception moment. And then I would twist it so you could
so
see
his face,
Mr.
be honest with me here. Why are you? Don't suppress your laughter.
Oh,
is his face? Be honest, because I've never looked at him this close. Is his face really that puffy and like he looks like a Macy's parade balloon?
Which one?
Ty.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't believe how puffy he is. It looks cartoon. It's like a Jeff Dunham puppet. I'm telling you.
Well, that and
It looks like it.
Fucking fathead.
Jim Henson created this in a lab. It's real weird. It's a weird shape of a man. And now you're driving beside him. He's in your car. Did he tell you before he was going to do this? Did he go like, hey, I'm going to do one of my famous unbothereds?
Yeah.
And then you said, dope.
I said, dope. Clout chasing.
Do it in my car. I would love for this to be the scene.
And that's Adam
George
behind
is
me.
keeping us alive right now.
George is keeping us alive, being a good driver. We're on our way to.
He just like acts. He always acts like he doesn't want to be talking. It's mumble stiltskin to the death. It's very Caitlyn Jenner-esque. It's like, okay.
Know where we're going to be performing at Last Unlimited. It's an 8 o'clock show.
I don't think he's retarded. I think his lips are in the way, but it makes him sound retarded. We're going to be performing or drunk or something. It just slows him down significantly. George's ceiling upholstery was falling apart, yeah.
If you'd like to get, where did I say?
Fresno.
Oh, we're on our way to Sacramento. We're in Fresno right now, driving through Fresno. What's up, Sarah Marie? What's up, Jamie Els? Driving through Fresno to get to Sacramento, where we'll be performing at Laughs Unlimited.
Why are you asking
Sorry,
George?
I don't know how to talk right now. Dear Priscilla Rose.
I don't know how to talk right now. I've listened to more of you than anyone and never heard you able to talk, okay?
Oh shit, is that the new got him?
Yeah, and there was a ridiculous.
No, we gotta got him.
Online, but I don't really care about that stuff. People would think I just have fun with it because people are idiots, and sometimes they try to make themselves seem like victims, and so I'm just like, let me do this.
I can't keep looking at his hair. It's like it looks like it's coming out. Are you unhealthy? I have to know the trajectory of this young man's life. I need to know for sure how this came to be. Do we know remotely his actual age, his real age? Does anyone know this? George, any clue?
No, I have no fucking idea.
No, I've just been told he's very old, like approaching 60 old. Like not for a joke. We joke all the time that he's 90 and stuff. But I hear that he's like approaching 60, like legit. So, I mean, what is this dream that's being chased? I have to at some point admire people who realize where they're at and what's most likely in their life and calibrate at some point. But this guy can't have a plan. Like, Comedy Central was 2007. What do you think? They're just waiting for their schedule to have a hole? And they've got, like, on their desk a Post-it note with your name on it. Like, don't forget, we do have a star in the wings named Ty Rivera. And we're going to float him in here to mumble his manic nonsense at the cameras and cost us countless dollars in retakes and reshoots because he can't get it together enough to appear on film. You're not allowed to do this on the set, Ty.
Publicly, and I'll post every screenshot they sent me because there's nothing personal about anything you send me once you're trying to act like you've been victimized in some way. Once you're like, I was a victim, it's like, okay,
I think
now
the
I have
best
to use
the
all
best
of these screenshots.
Is Adam's behind this. Now, of course, Adam filmed this tall screen. Because he's what the kids call a gabagool. I don't know. Yeah, that's not a real term. Look at, hold on. How do I make this one full screen? I
What's
can't.
up, everybody? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBT.
See, I can't make this one full screen because you fucking filmed it the wrong way, dummy. Anyway, Ty, it's really great. He zooms in on your neck, and it's like, these are the motions. Understand that these are the camera movements of someone making fun of you. If there was a man in here right now moving my camera all around and zooming in, you know, on my zits and stuff, I'd be furious. Do you think he was in the back doing that because you're boys? These guys. Why did you? Now, what are you thinking? See, you're real shy. You sent me folders of movies and screen caps and data, and now you're on the show. Now you get your shot, and you're being real shy. I need you to convey your experience with this man.
Oh, I'm just chilling, man.
Okay. So you guys are headed to Sacramento. He's in the front doing lackadaisical videos.
Yeah. Just being a real diva. And but I wanted to say before all of this happened, the trip was already a disaster because I was asking questions on what headliners made, trying to guess what headliners made.
Oh, so did you ask him what he was making for this trip?
No, not for the trip. I mean, maybe he took it that way, but just in general, I was like, what do you think Butch makes? What do you think the person makes? What do you think Gooch makes? You know, when they headline.
What did you guys land on? What did you guys land on? What do you think Butch makes?
Oh, no, we didn't land on anything.
Well, I'm asking you now, just me to you.
And Ty shut it down. I don't know.
What do you think Butch makes?
$2K a week?
$2K a week. You hear that, Butch? Lowballed you.
$2K a week? That's $100K a year.
I'm just kidding. So, yeah, Ty, you've learned this from watching. I understand you're an avid watcher of this program. You've learned,
well, specifically whenever you have Ty on.
Right, but you've learned from this show that Ty he likes things in a very specific way when you're around him.
And he won't tell you what that specific way is. He'll just get upset later when you don't do it.
Right. After you break the rule, he'll come to you and tell you what the rule is and how people need to approach him in the future regarding said topic. He loves that stuff. Okay, so you're already annoying him by guessing what. How do you like that, Butch? People are riding around in the desert just trying to figure out what you make. That's gonna make him feel so good. If I heard that, I was like, oh, these fucking micers driving around the desert. I'm calling you a micer. I don't know. I call anybody a micer. I think it's funny. I was talking to Gooch, you know that micer, and I just call everyone a micer and they get mad. But yeah, if I'm Butch and I hear that, ooh, tip of people's tongues, Butch. They're guessing what you make.
Oh, everyone.
I like that. I like that there's mumblings in the community of earnings.
Yeah, so that was at the Terribles at the massive gas station. Like, as soon as the trip started, it was already over. We just didn't know it until we were done with it. So 20 minutes outside of Sacramento, my car is sputtering. It's jostling. It's rocking. And
jostling sharp.
I got it. And I think the only prep I did for the road trip was to get an oil change. I was like, you know what? I've driven all over the country. I think I need an oil change. And so I blamed it on the oil filter. And my logic was we should just drive to Walmart so I could yell at them. Obviously, this is not the Walmart in Vegas, but we'll drive to Walmart in Sacramento. I'll yell at them, and then they can get me a new oil filter, and then we'll be right as rain. And then Adam, to his credit, was like, I think it's something with the exhaust, with the intake. And I was like, clearly, you're an idiot. But, let's go figure it out. So we're going through the back roads because obviously I can't do the speed limit on the freeway anymore.
Now, did you know this was going to happen? Did your car have issues like this a lot?
No, I drove from Indiana to El Paso to Vegas, like no issues at all.
But it is a Volkswagen.
But it is a German piece of shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alex Ansel. So we're driving down the road. It's the back roads, but there are enough cars. But Ty thinks that, we're gonna break down and get murdered out there. He's trying to keep it lighthearted. And
is he now? You say he's trying to keep it lighthearted. Is he really keeping it lighthearted, or are you starting to tell that he's not happy? Is he? What's your vibe? Because now Adam brought you on this. Like, be honest. You're the new guy in the car. And does Ty intimidate you?
Not really, but he didn't seem like he was frustrated. Okay. It didn't seem like he was being passive aggressive. It just felt like he was cracking some jokes, trying to keep it.
Okay.
Excuse me. Trying to keep it lighthearted. But we're doing 5 miles an hour, on this back road, and all these cars are passing us. And then we finally get to the Walmart, and there's no fucking auto center. And, I was wrong anyways. And so Ty gets out, and then maybe when he goes to the restroom, maybe when he goes to buy some snacks, he lets his frustrations out a little bit, but he never shows it. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that he had just moved to Vegas, and whatever drama he had left or whatever, he didn't want to recreate it here. And so to his credit, he kept it together for a little bit.
Now let me say this now, because Adam might have a different view of the story. Well, let's just ask him, and we have to do this by memory. But remember, you were both on this podcast with Freddie. Is it Korea or Korea, though?
I always say Korea.
Korea. But people do call him Freddie Korea.
Yeah.
So when I said that and you went, whoa, 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 like I said the N-word.
I honestly thought you did.
Okay. Well, I did, but I didn't know we were rolling. Okay. Adam, would you like to tell this story in your former exact words?
This is why Ty got mad at us, dude.
You guys go. Can we go into the?
By the way, when people who have dirt on you make a little line like that in a room full of comics and all the comics bust out laughing, like they've already talked about you a lot before the show. You'd already told this story, be honest, before it was rolling. Because you don't laugh like that, right, George? Come on.
Oh, that wasn't me.
No, I know that's Adam, but you guys had talked about Ty before the show was rolling because they all began bawling laughing when he just made a reference to Ty being upset with you. So you had already been shit talking Ty off air. Probably a lot worse than you did on air, if you're honest with yourselves.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why everyone busts out laughing like mad the minute it got mentioned. That doesn't happen if they haven't been talking mad shit.
The road trip story. Okay. We were talking about this before the podcast.
This is something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
That's
a road trip. Okay.
We can cover this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I should probably preempt this whole entire thing by saying Ty and I, we're friends, so we were cool with each other. I think we still are, I guess. I don't know. But,
I mean, sound more. Yeah, I'm sorry, Adam. Sound more like a girl. We're still friends, like guys, like ugh. And now, by the way, knowing what you know about Ty, you still want to grovel for this idiot? Well, we're still friends, I guess.
Oh no.
Okay, continue.
But okay, so recently you guys went on a road trip with Ty.
Yeah.
We love Ty. Ty's been on the episode several times. We love you, Ty.
Cool.
We love you, Ty. We love you, Ty.
And I love this. Is that Freddie?
Yeah.
Okay, because I like him because he's being diplomatic. Anybody who has to tell you that they love you doesn't love you. That's not something people say to friends. This reassuring boyfriend-girlfriend behavior, like after a comedian like busts on a girl whose boyfriend is also in the crowd, you'll see the boyfriend like put his hand on her back and soothe her. Like, that's not really, we don't really think that. That's what he's doing. It's this cucked, padded way of we're about to talk mad shit. And we love Ty. It's all in good fun. It ain't in good fun. They think you're manic. Okay? But we get it. It's all in good fun. Is it?
Ty's cool. We had fun with him. I think we were just vibing on.
Ty's cool. Yeah, we were just vibing on different planes. Grow up. Some men are unreasonable. Yeah, I think we just kept, we weren't clicking on Thursday. Stop it. He's a manic little bitch. She's had fallouts with everyone. You're going to be like, maybe it was me. Okay.
Different wavelengths the entire time we were there. So
what happened?
He had hit me up a while back, and he asked me to, for anybody who had 20 minutes of stage time, and I said,
By the way, sounds like you take referrals real serious, Ty. Hey, anybody got 20 minutes? Anybody? I take referrals real serious. Which is it? Is Tricks hilarious, or was he never that good anyway? Do you take referrals very seriously when you give your word and vouch for somebody and take them on the road? Or is it, anybody got 20 minutes? Get it together. We've lost our spot. I somehow reset the audio clip. But I was very upset. Oh God!
This is
Hold on.
why Ty got mad at us, dude.
How do I skip ahead to this?
You guys go. Can we?
Wavelengths the entire time we were there.
Yeah, we were just on different.
He hit me up a while back, and he asked me to for anybody who had 20 minutes of stage time, and I said, I'm down, and he agreed, and he decided to take me out to Sacramento.
This is the thing too, and I like Adam, but I guess he's too new of a comic. I don't know how long has he been doing it, honestly.
About 10 years.
About 10 years. Okay, so not super new, but his confidence level doesn't match his funny level. Adam is very fucking funny and far funnier than Ty. We'd all agree. Correct?
Correct.
Like not even a question. But I get it. Maybe he's not established. He hasn't done it full time as much. Maybe he's just jumping into full time. Maybe he's working part time and going on the road part time when he can. I get that. You have to do what you have to fucking do. But this kissing up, what I hear through this whole thing of him just like to Ty, it's real hard for me to listen to. As an actual friend of yours who doesn't need to sit on the sidelines before I see how things shake out to stick up for you. Let me tell you something. No, I'm fine. But honestly, it's not even close. And I would be willing to bet from seeing it enough that Ty gets bothered when he's on the road with comics opening for him who are more funny than him. That would be my guess. And who can adapt, and you'll get into it, but you guys have a night where there's not many people in the audience, and you kind of have to just throw out material and just have fun. And we've all heard Ty riff. It isn't good. There's a reason he records all his podcasts in the dark with a dog and no video. You don't want to see all the cuts. Cutting the corners, cut. That's a Dave Matthews reference.
A couple days prior, George and I were in Phoenix. We were driving over there for an overnight gig at Phoenix. I get the message from Ty saying, hey, the guy that was originally going to drive the car, his car shit out. Can we use your car, or do you know anybody else? My car is real fucking finicky. Not really going to trust it. I said, hey, we're on the road right now with this car. Can George, come with? You think you can offer him a guest spot somewhere? And Ty was all for it. Okay. So that's pretty much as we
Really?
know.
The guy with no ride was all for, yeah, whatever. Hey, there's another comic willing to come for no money. That cool? He's got a car though, right? Let's not pretend. Ty standards are real high. I love that. I love that admission where he's just like, I think when I refer you, if you, anyone? Bueller? 20 minutes? Anyone?
At that moment, we pick Ty up and we get about 20 minutes outside of Sacramento and the car starts breaking down. Ty is visibly frustrated and annoyed and just kind of like, I don't fucking whatever. We have maybe a couple hours before showtime. We're close enough to be able to get to the club. So, dude, we wind up leaving the car at a fucking Walmart. I Uber us to the hotel. We've got maybe 20 minutes to get ready. So super get ready, get to the club. We do the show. We bang it out. This point, George says, well, in the morning, we're going to have to wake up early and go get the car and go get it all sorted out, get everything fixed up. Ty is like, I thought this was going to be an easy trip. I thought that this was just going to be a trip where I didn't have to wake up early, where I didn't have to go out and do all this whole entire mess. We get to the hotel. He goes,
listen to this diva. By the way, any real comic, there was no danger of missing the show, from what I hear. This is where the fun stuff happens. It's I don't know any real comic who, when they're in a small town, doesn't revel in the small moments of, fucking around with the wait staff or the guy who has to tow your car or whatever and inviting him to the show. And things happen. This is how you get new material. I understand now why Ty was a little averse to that, since he's never written new material. It's just, how can I wrap up, reupholster a joke about dicks being inside of me? It doesn't even have to make sense. I know where my eggs are buried this Easter. Do you think you bury Easter eggs? That's not a saying or a thing we do to children. Did your parents bury eggs? You fucking nut. Just an example of how this guy couldn't write a joke if he tried. Think about 90 different ways that the common man could make that joke funny and make sense. No one's going to find my eggs this Easter. I found a hiding space. Kids better stay away. You can, there's a million ways to make that joke work. I know where my eggs are buried. Weird. That's not how you keep them good. That's not how we store eggs.
Have you tried?
No.
Well.
Also, do you think cum is eggs? We've got to go back to 6th grade health course. Jesus Christ. You think your cum is eggs? I didn't sit through 2 hours of Look Who's Talking to not know the difference between an egg and a sperm. Fuck.
Goes to the bathroom, turns on the fucking shower, and then accepts a phone call from, I'm guessing, his fiance, who he's just like, this is just so unprofessional. I can't understand.
Goes in the bathroom, turns on the shower, and starts complaining about you to his fiance, but audibly where you could hear.
All right. Here's the other thing, too. I didn't remember the shower being on. Maybe it was. I thought it was the fan. So maybe it was the fan, the faucet, the shower. It was just everything turned on and then talking very loudly. Yeah, obviously.
It was probably an all-inclusive resort. Why not turn them all on? Yeah.
And then so we're eating our McChickens and our fish fillets, just looking at each other like, holy shit. Like, obviously, we've upset her Royal Majesty, Her Highness. And we just finally come to the conclusion that, look, okay, so he said that he was going to get his dad to use his dad's AAA to get the car towed in the morning, and we're like, okay, obviously
His dad's AAA, the 80-year-old.
I guess at the time he was 78, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's your dad have AAA for? Cheaper than an ambulance.
So we're just looking at each other like, well, we're just gonna have to get up in the morning and handle it ourselves. All right, cool. So obviously we have to share the queen bed because he's gonna get his own bed, and then he just comes out, kind of just wipes the hair out of his face, and then goes right to bed.
Goes to bed?
Yeah, just goes right to bed.
Now hold on, you guys are all sharing a room, the three of you.
Of course, yeah.
Now there's 2 beds, I would imagine.
Yeah, so Adam and I shared a bed.
Of course.
Yeah, and that dude snores like a motherfucker, and so
Ty does?
I'm amped up.
Ty snores?
No, Adam.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
I would pay for a recording of Ty snores for my ringtone. Just for my ringtone. I would sell that. It would be great. Okay, so go ahead.
I was gonna say you could catfish him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're sleeping, and I'm amped up with cortisol, just adrenaline pumping in my body.
Yeah, how could you
so I
not
have to
be?
put on music just to fall asleep, and then so I don't know how, what time we woke up, but I think Ty was up before us, or he was up at the same time, and we're just like, oh shit, okay. And he's a completely different person. He's like, let's go get the fucking car, guys. And we're like,
hold on.
okay.
This is you skipped over the show?
No. We had already done the show. This was after the show.
Oh, okay. When did he go?
Yeah.
Hold on. He went you went straight from Walmart to the show?
No, we went from Walmart to the hotel, but that was just a quick shower, and then we just took an Uber to the show. And then he was a super diva in the back room, and I tried to get into the green room, and I tried to get a guest spot, or I was trying to feel it out, but then they had like 3 guest spots already, and then Adam, and then so I just said fuck it. And then after one guest spot finished, he came back in, and I guess asked Ty like how he did, or for advice, and then Ty just blew him off, like real dismissive. And then when the guy left, he's like, I don't understand why people think I have to tell them, like give them advice or coach them or teach them or whatever. Especially now that he is giving that advice away for free on YouTube. You can check out his courses.
Now, this is the most time you've ever spent with him, obviously, at this point, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What honest impressions? Like, what are you thinking about this guy up to this point? Like, you've seen him interact.
You have to walk on eggshells.
Huh? That you have to walk on eggshells?
Yeah.
And that you just, it's not going to be like a light, breezy, fun weekend.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be work. This is going to be mentally excruciating work. You have to figure out what that tone with that specific word meant and navigate from there. And so I just thought, you know what? I'm going to get the fuck out of here. So I just went into the audience and watched the rest of the show. And, there were like 20 people there.
Now,
the Kings were playing.
This is the first time you've seen him do like a full headline set?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And how did that go? Good show?
I mean, people laughed. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. But that night was a full show, a good show.
No, there were 20 people in the audience. I don't know. Have you been to Laughs Unlimited? I think it seats like 100, 150 maybe.
No.
Yeah, so it was pretty paltry. And
I just like, that's not like, I'm not going 8 hours for a one-nighter. Like, that doesn't, 2 nights, I guess, you put them together. If I'm headlining, if I'm headlining and bring one comic, I guess. But the driving part seems nuts to me. But these seem like the kind of clubs where you're like on your own. They're giving you one hotel room. Like the feature doesn't even get a hotel room. Like what kind of janky ass, and he's been doing comedy for 20 years. So it's like, how are you don't have your own room? Brag more.
Oh shit, and I forgot about this part, but Adam said that there were some German guys, but they were Russian. There were some Russian guys there, and I told them about my car problem, and they're like telling me that I could go to like this Russian neighborhood of auto mechanics and I could get it fixed there. And I was like, they're going to strip this car. they're gonna murder us.
Right.
Fuck that. But they wanted to buy us drinks, and then Ty said no, we couldn't sit and have fun. We had to go back to the hotel, and so I guess he just needed to get on the phone with his fiance and vent, and yeah. So the next morning,
Hold on. Well, we're still hearing the night from Adam. So hold on.
Like, if they knew the car was going to break down, why would they even offer it? Why? What the hell? Why? This is just so inconvenient. I thought this was just going to be an easy weekend, that I was just going to come out, make some money, and then just go back home.
Okay, yeah, real quick.
Like,
Very specifically blamed us for sabotaging his trip. Like, we knew that the car was going to break down, and we still wanted to clout chase so badly that
He's so dumb. He's just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, this is like when you if you like run into somebody in a hallway and bump them, and they're like, "Hey, you hit me," and you're like, "Oh, sorry, man," and they're just like, "Hey, what are you doing? You bumping into me," and you're just like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't see. I apologize." Yo, you just hitting people? You bumping it? It's like it's over. What shall we do? Shall I just blow my brains out here? Will that be enough? How can I make this right? You turn into an Applebee's manager. What if we comp you guys as desserts? Like, I don't know how to fit. Like, somebody who can't let something go. That's what he is. It's like they didn't do it on purpose. Clearly stupid. Now Adam's paying for the car expenses.
Yeah.
Now, why is this? Now, I got to get on you about this. This is your shitty car.
Yeah.
Why is Adam responsible for this?
Well, because I was broke as fuck, so that's kind of why.
So it either wasn't, if it was going to get fixed, somebody else was going to have to get it. Oh, yeah, I love that.
Okay, but wait, real quick, to go back to your...
So, George, you are available for future bookings, though. People need to know that.
What, that my car is a piece of shit for future bookings?
Yeah. You get anywhere in the Great Lakes region on 2 tanks of gas.
Yeah, at that time, not anymore. That car finally died when I gave it to Adam.
Hold on, let's let Adam finish, because he's, you've got your perspective, but this was recorded the week of. It's gonna have details that neither one of you
can hear it. We can hear you, dude. We're out here. Right? Sorry. We're sorry. So I'm paying for everything. I'm buying the Ubers.
So this is Adam now again, just being more cucked. Sorry. Stop. At some point, it's like, all right. You have to tell this guy to show. I'd have to shake him, which is a gay hate crime, apparently. If I shake a straight friend, I'm just getting them together, the help that they need. But if you shake a gay friend, you will be in prison.
Forth to the club. Next morning, we get the fucking car. Ty winds up asking, he has a AAA, so he gets us a tow, right? So he does help in that part. Takes us to a fucking mechanic shop. After that, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. We go to a coffee shop, and we're hanging out, drinking coffee. Everything seems fine. He seems in better spirits. He even apologizes and says, "You know what? I'm sorry. I was really cranky yesterday. It was just... It's a little frustrating." Okay. Pulls out his podcast equipment to do an episode of Unbothered, of his episode of podcast. He hasn't done this podcast in a while, as he told me. And I set up my headphones, and him and I are talking. And we're talking back and forth, and it's going well, dude. It's going pretty fine. At some point, he asked me about the Julian Smollett shit. And
yeah, it's great. First of all, what is the vibe of, like, if you ask me, this is... like, what Ty wears? Like, this is crazy. Like, what is his vibe, man? Like, it's weird, like, part biker, like, gay biker, man. I don't know. But you got Adam here podcasting. I assume you whipped out your phone.
Oh, yeah.
And took these photos. Yeah, look at this angle of Ty. Like, I'm not sure what the vibe is. It's like, but that's a lot more gray than I ever expected. So I like that. And if you zoom in on Adam's face, you'll really notice No. He looks like the kind of guy who's really waiting to see where the chips fall. This doesn't look like this doesn't look like a guy who. And by the way, you know, I don't have. He has sent me this photo. I don't have to have a contest with you about who's a better man. I knew Adam and George before all this shit with Ty ever happened. Years before, or at least a year. And you asked them how I treated them before I knew any of this would come up. This is how Ty treated them. You've heard it. We're hearing it. Was I ever anything but a nice man? Did I ever make you feel less than? Did I ever yell at you about your car, George? Did I ever abuse you in any way? No. I probably gave you refreshments and weed.
Oh, you did?
You know? I take care of my guests. I'm a nice. People always say I'm fair.
You wouldn't break down your rig. Explain to me how you.
Oh yeah, in the middle of the show, you wanted to Instagram every light pole. I thought that was a cute bit.
Realize I've never really talked about the Julian Smollett, the guy who said that he got his ass kicked but didn't get his ass kicked. Is him Jesse Smollett. Yeah.
Okay.
So he asks me about that. And I start talking about it, and I could see the look on his face that I am apparently annoying him.
God damn.
Yeah, you don't want to annoy Ty.
So unbothered turned into super bothered, dude. And he looks at me and he's all like, "Hey, do you need to go to the restroom?"
Oh, Adam said I loved hanging out with Patrick.
Actually,
Look at that
you're right. I did need to go to the restroom. He's
recommendation.
like, yeah, you should probably go.
Why? Were you like pushing your legs together? Like, oh
No,
my God,
no,
gotta
no.
pee.
I asked him, I was like, "Are you kicking me off the podcast?" And he said, "Yeah, I thought we were just going to have a regular conversation."
Okay, so he kicks Adam off his podcast for not having a regular conversation. What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Because Adam is goofy as fuck, and he loves making all these obscure references.
I know,
and
he's great.
just coming out with his weird energy. I don't know. The sound.
I
source
think
is really,
was he out funnying Ty? Was he riffing and like telling jokes? And Ty can't do that. He can barely mumble subtle insults. Thanks for the subscribe.
Yeah, he was riffing like a champ, and then it was too early in the morning. Ty didn't want to be up. You know, obviously he was yelling at about us in the bathroom, so he just wasn't having it and just said, "Look, that's over." But again, he said that he wanted to have a conversation, right?
Yeah, I don't understand.
So as soon as Adam leaves, he invites me, I guess, to sit down, and so we start talking, and I'm asking him questions. You know, I'm trying to
Ty's cool.
But the same thing, like 30 minutes in, he's done. He's like, "All right, well, that's it." And then he
never put these episodes of Unbothered out.
He never put them up, but then after we were done, he said that he had just done a show with Jaws where they riffed for like 3 hours, and he was hoping that we would be the same, like we would give him that same kind. So again, like I said, we didn't know that we had crossed the line until we had already crossed it. And
hold on, he said he wanted you to riff like Jaws.
Yeah, just be natural, just be whatever. Just
what
like
were
Jaws,
you being?
We were trying too hard. Adam was trying too hard, and then when I sat down and talked with him, I was trying too hard.
Adam, you do a lot of name dropping and like little mentions. Like, we get it, man. You're funny. We all like you. You need to stop, okay? Get it control. He's funny. He does that all the time. He's just like, oh, that with this guy. He's a good friend of mine, really good friend of mine. This guy, and it's just like, okay, we believe you. He always wants credit for were you? Did I mention we were at it? I get it.
Ty's cool.
All right.
Come on, man.
Shit.
Okay, so it's day 2 now. Adam, you have an interesting perspective on this.
We're sitting at dinner and we're all eating and we're actually getting along. It looks like we're actually getting along. Like everybody's kind of joking. We're kind of riffing off each other. Everybody's having a good laugh, right? George tells Ty to suck his dick from the back, and that was fucking funny.
Well, that was in the car, but then it wasn't at him, but he liked it.
In the world.
I just said it as part of a riff that we were working on.
Suck my dick from the back.
Yeah, because Kool-Aid listens to a podcast where one guy, that's his catchphrase. And so I said it.
Let me ask you this. Where does Kool-Aid find the time? You know?
Between playing Mario.
I'm like, from what I gather, and I think Adam's in on this gambit too. These guys both pay for porn, right? They're like OnlyFans porn guys, right?
Well, I don't know if they can afford it.
Come on. I've heard them talking about it. At least
Maybe.
I know Kool-Aid does. And I know you're spending unemployment on that, to an OnlyFans girl. This isn't how you keep the economy going. Come on. I don't know where he finds the time. He's gaming. He's jerking off. He had a fat girl over to his house the other night. Who knows if that was permitted? I imagine a lot of these old apartments don't have the timber.
He lives in the basement.
I like Alex a lot. I'll tell you this, Alex. You need to hurry up and move because Chris Waldeck has a hard-on for exposing the man you live with. Like, he messages me about it almost every other day.
Yo,
we need to
real?
hurry up and blow this up. And I'm just like, I love blowing things up. But we can't do it while Alex is, feeding his cats.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, you used to live there too, didn't you?
Yeah, for
Ah!
a couple months, and I was that's how low I was. That's how broke I
You
was.
find one Tupperware of bodies in the fridge.
But not at Ty. I like to make that very clear. I did not tell the world's greatest LGBTQ
In the
comic
world.
to suck my dick from the back.
So George tells Ty to suck his dick from the back. And what eventually ends up happening, we wind up doing the show. Like I said, this all has to be said because it looks like we're having a decent time with each other. Right? Get to the show, fucking 7 people.
Well, okay, so before that, I asked, hey, what about maybe
you
getting
son of a
Adam a guest spot?
Let's get Adam a guest spot.
And he's like, no, I don't think so. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I asked, got shut down, no worries.
To be fair, I told them I didn't want one because, I already had my time to shine the night before.
Yeah.
And
I already had my time to shine the night before, the 20 people. And now, by the way, super gracious of you. You know what? I've got here, I took a look around at the ballroom with 7 people.
I don't like the look of it.
And now you're just,
God damn.
now you're like, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll sit this one out. Oh, how gracious of you. I tell you what, you guys go on. I'll catch up. That's what you just did in comedy terms. All right, so you're going up to feature for this one. This is,
Well, technically co-feature.
Co-feature?
Yeah, me and this white girl from Sacramento. And then that's what Adam talked about, being pregnant, like 5 months pregnant.
What is a co-feature? How does a budget and the payments for these shows work? I love that they only pay a feature $100, and yet they have budget for a second worst girl feature.
And I don't even know.
No, I'm
how much
kidding.
she
I'm
got
kidding.
there.
I'm sure she was fine. So you met this is a nice lady?
We barely talked because she showed up as the host was on stage, and then we hung out for maybe 5 minutes after the show, and she turned around right back to Sacramento.
And how far is this from Sacramento?
I don't remember. Maybe Adam remembers. It was like 4 or 5 hours.
Waldeck said, I don't message him that much, but I will say that Alex deserves better living conditions. He doesn't message me that much anymore, but Waldeck, for a long time you did. For a long time you were just like, can we get him yet? Like a Doberman I had on a leash and I was holding back. It's like, I don't, like, he's your friend. If you want to get him, I guess we can get him. Come over. We'll get him. What's Alex going to do? Pussy. So no guest spot for Adam, but then
And then so the producer's like, okay, we'll give him a 5-minute spot.
so you go talk the producer into giving him a guest spot.
I didn't. I mentioned that
not
Adam
the way
was a comic.
I edited it off, but that's not the way the story panned out.
But then the other feature, the co-feature, hasn't shown up yet. So it's like, hey, Adam, you might have to be the co-feature. And
What
then,
the fuck is a
while the
co-feature?
producer/host is on stage.
Wait. Let's set this shit up because big, decent sized ballroom.
And this is is this for 7 people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'll think about all this thought that's going in.
Yeah.
For 7 people.
Could fit 70. So just to give you a
okay,
perspective.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So dinner
A
tables and
ballroom.
everything all over the place. The stage is not really a stage. It's just they didn't put a table there.
area.
That's where you're at.
They just didn't put a table there.
Yeah.
There's a
bald
piano
area.
like to the left of you. There's the host that goes up there is going up there and he's like, hey guys, I'm a Mexican, but I have my papers.
Yeah.
You know, it is straight out gonna be one of those interesting ass fucking nights.
Yeah, but this
We're
is like
hanging out-
this is the thing is like this is what Ty brags about doing. He's like, I'm a shitty bar comic. Like he says that. He says that, and then he acts like he's Jim Jeffries. Like, if you want to go on tour with me, it's like, tour with you? Overnight in a car in Sacramento with a sagging headliner while you record the world's worst unreleased podcast ever? I'm good. Like, when I take comics on tour with me, it's not just anybody. It's whoever answers, who's got 20 first? Dope.
out in the back where we can't see the entrance and anybody
But
who's
before
there.
we walked in, we saw an SUV with the white girl who could be the feature.
So we wind up. The guy does the show. He's doing his
White
material.
girl?
He's not getting anything out of him. Obviously, not getting a fucking laugh out of him. He's having a hard time trying to get any kind of vibe. And then he starts like talking to them, like trying to get them to know personally, because what else can he fucking do?
What do you do for a living?
So I'm supposed to be getting this guest spot.
There's just guys in the background of this podcast. This podcast, by the way, has the worst sound I've ever heard on a show. It's like every mic is clipping and blown out. Like, no offense, I don't know what they did, but then at one point, like, there's a guy just doing dishes in the background. It's like, hey, can you do this in 20 minutes? And it's not even like hired help. It's a guy from the podcast who's just like, I know, right? Like, okay. It's so fucking weird. It's like, just try. Even Ty turns off the garbage disposal while he does a show. Mostly because his guest
you in the other room.
his guest has to sit next to it. God. Yeah, there's a lot of weird noise problems on this pod.
But
I guess the feature walks in. This girl, very, very funny too. She was very
Yeah.
funny. She was actually really good.
Yeah.
She
By
comes
the way,
in.
is there anyone, has Adam ever not liked somebody? Let's be honest. You know? This reminds me of kind of a Aaron Burr type of motherfucker, you know? You just gonna wait for it? You ain't never gonna be president, nah. You know, have you seen Hamilton?
No.
Just me?
No.
God damn it. Yeah, you can't do this like there are clear rights in the world and there are clear wrongs in the world. There are good people and there are bad people. is like, we've heard this story from Amy Blackwell. We've heard this story from the guy at the end of this whole story. What's his name? Dorner?
Chris
Chris Dorner is the guy who shot up Big Bear Mountain, the ex-cop, I think, back like 5 years ago. Chris Dorner, didn't he write like a manifesto? He was an ex-cop. He just started killing cops and then went heading at, I don't know. Why'd you bring it up?
I have.
Oh, fuck.
We can't see her, but we see him address somebody like, "Oh, hey, look, the feature came in.
Yeah, are you
7
the
people.
feature?
Are
Yeah.
you the feature?" Like, he didn't even know her. You're like, "Are you the feature?" I'm sitting next to Ty, and Ty's just got like this look on his head. It's just like, "Oh, fuck. This is fucking gonna be terrible."
But these are just Ty's bad gigs, and now he's holding it like against you.
Yeah.
He's wrapping up his emotions for his failed career. It's just like, nobody told you to go to a haunted hotel in the middle of the goddamn California desert for 7 people. Like, you took this gig. If I were you, I'd be mad that he drug you there. I'd be like, 100 is not going to cut it. I've left him there. I would have pulled what the comics in this community call an Amy Blackwell and just left his ass there. Where do you guys hear the Amy Blackwell story? It's got layers to it. It's nuanced. And that's not the only N-word it is.
This is going to be a fucking shit show. Whatever. We're here to get paid, He finishes his set, turns around. "All right, guys, make some noise for your feature." What was her name again?
Kayla, your first feature.
Yeah, your first feature.
Your
She
first
walks
feature.
up, fucking like 5-6 months pregnant, right?
Yeah.
She fucking goes up there. "Hey guys, just had a little hard time."
So you're saying there's a chance.
I think she abandons the stage area and goes into the seating.
Yeah, she starts walking, and she does a great job. Like I said,
Yeah.
she's doing the best of a fucking job that she can do with 7 people.
But it's crowd work.
It is all crowd work, right? At that point, the host comes up to me and he says, "Hey, sorry, I got your guest spot. You're going up next." And I said, "Okay."
Now, how did you do on this one?
Oh, I did really well.
For 7 people?
Yeah, because I just had a conversation with him. I think it was like 3 double dates and then 1 straggler. But apparently there was like a rodeo in town, so we riffed on that. And then, and I think this is where kind of like the confusion came around because it looked like there was like a lesbian couple there, and then so you'll hear Adam talk about that in a little bit, and that's what led to the final tie.
Yeah, because there's a blow up.
Yeah.
Well, there's now, and I have a problem with that whole exchange too. Before we get to that, somebody in the chat says, Michael G in the chat says, "Ty loves Tim Dillon. I'm nearing the completion of my psychology doctorate, so Tim's constant ragging on it annoys the hell out of me. If it's so easy, why couldn't you do community college, Tim? Tim dropped out of community college, so he has no room to discuss psychology." Okay. Seems very, very angry and pointed. Like, look, we've learned on this show that intelligence and the amount of education you've received, there's no real correlation there. We all know Black Pedro, who apparently went to Princeton, and yet, this mumbling motherfucker can't get through a goddamn sentence. He made 28% in one day on Bitcoin. He bought Bitcoin the day before Elon Musk announced he had bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. It shoots through the roof. He makes 28% in a day. He comes on his show, tells everybody investing is easy. If he can just do that every day for 10 years, he'll be a millionaire. Well, the stock market doesn't go up 28% every day. Dum-dum. And the fact that we have to break that down for you is fucking painful. This is not a PC thing to say. Maybe. But I don't like it when idiots try to explain things to me. It's insulting from an idiot's perspective. So you guys go up. this is what happens between Adam and Ty that night.
Somebody says something, and I don't remember what, and I blurted out. I said, "Well, don't worry, our headliner's gay, so don't sweat it, right?" And then I brushed over, moved on, right? As soon as my set's over, I walk back over there. Ty looks at me and he says, "Don't you ever fucking bring me up in your set. That is very unprofessional. I don't even know what the fuck it is that you just did up there. You just
that's horseshit. First of all, a million times the opener or even the feature will say like, "You guys are gonna love your headliner, so and so. We've been having fun all week." That's a very common thing to say, unless the headliner specifically comes to you and says, "Don't even mention me. Don't bring me up because I do some sort of reveal or I have a thing that I do." And by the way, headliners who do that have never dreamt about being famous. Oh, you have a thing. I go up and I do a gay accent, and then halfway through I switch, and they're like, "Oh, he's not gay." Yeah, never planning on coming back here again. Write a joke. Like that doesn't make sense. Like, no, I go up there and I do a lisp, and then halfway through I let them know that it's fake. It's like,
all right, real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm back there sitting with Ty, and he loses his shit. He's like, "I can't believe he just did that." And he says something to that effect. You know, he goes on a little bit more, and it's awkward as fuck. It's like the show is still going on. Like, I got to go up. And so I chuckle just to like lighten
break
up
the
mood, bring
tension.
some
Yeah.
levity. And later on, I found out that was like the biggest slap in the face. But at the time, I didn't know. I was just like, okay.
Right. People laugh
then-
when they get nervous. Like that's a thing. Like
Yeah,
just to
but no.
diffuse tension. But
Yeah, exactly. But not to him.
Ty, that was you taking sides and drawing a line in the sand.
Yep.
Because he's got a real good grasp on human interaction. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So that sounds good.
never do that. Now I need to
Louis
go up
C.K.
there.
told me that one time.
He's like, "Yeah, now I need to go up there and I need to bring up who?" He's like,
You guys are all fucking. No one even fucking heard me, huh?
We did.
He's
Cheers.
like-
We
We
got,
heard you at bombed.
we got some Jim Beam.
like
We
I
got
said, I didn't want to
round
do this
shots going on.
anyways, right?
Yeah,
But I've got
Seinfeld
this
told me.
weird-
Then he tries it again. He's like, "Yeah, Seinfeld told me that." He tries a different name. Ugh. As if. Maybe the problem was Louis C.K. was too heady for the room. He throws out a joke, busts on himself for no one reacting to it, and then tries it again with a different name. I love that stuff.
That one time.
Yeah. Cheers.
And I was like, you know what, Seinfeld?
Fuck you.
Well, at least it fizzled out. I was skeptical at first, but at least it went nowhere. So, redeemed.
It went.
And I was
Went
like, you know
nowhere
what,
twice.
Seinfeld?
So yeah, Ty gets so mad because I mentioned the fact that he was gay up on stage, which I understand now.
As if we smelled your rancid, cum-filled asshole wafting into town. There's two things you can't miss going to Sacramento. Kauschwitz and Ty's rancid, gravy leg. That was too it was too graphic, and I apologize.
I get that. That was my bad.
No, I get. What, I do get what he's saying. No, he's the headliner. You really don't even. It's supposed to be a mystery.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. What? What? I don't know Freddie Korea or North Korea or South Korea. I don't know any of the three Koreas. But you're not even supposed to mention the headliner. It's supposed to be a mystery. Like, oh, we better get these posters down. And all the links on the website with the name of the comics. We better take those down. It's supposed to be a mystery. Get fucked. That's not true. Have you ever heard that? Are you confusing the Magic Castle with comedy? Have you ever heard this, George?
Me? Oh, no. I thought you were talking to the chat. No.
No, but like I never heard it's supposed to be a mystery. Like,
no.
The improv, shrouded in mystery for centuries, presents Louis C.K. Oh, yeah. Could have been anyone. They never tell you. That's what's so fun about comedy. It's supposed to be a mystery.
You just show up and get what you get. I mean, it's a
Hey,
grab
we're going to
bag.
see Chappelle this weekend. We hope. You know? Could be anyone. The ticket just has a big question mark on it. It's an index card.
And
That's good. You understand that though.
Sorry, what?
That's why there were 7 people there.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know where you got that from.
Can heard me, huh?
We did.
He's
Cheers.
like-
we got
Cheers.
some Jim Beam. We got second
wait,
round shots going to Jim Beam.
Yeah, Seinfeld told me that one time,
Yeah. Cheers.
and I was like, you know what, Seinfeld?
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, Ty gets so mad because I mentioned the fact that he was gay up on stage, which I understand now. I get that. That was my bad.
No, I get. What, I do get what he's saying. No, he's the headliner. You really don't even. It's supposed to be a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's good. You understand that though.
I totally did.
Good that you understand how comedy show works. They always bring the headliner in a crate. It's very mysterious.
Told him I was like, dude, you know what?
I like that,
I
dude.
just
All of a
kept
sudden,
fucking
the second
talking.
wind
My
that
bad,
came
dude.
from
It
nowhere,
just, and I kept
right?
apologizing. And I'm going up there, and I
What
start
the fuck? Hold
playing-
on. Now I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think you had 2 of them going on at the same time.
You guys are all fucking. No one even fucking heard me, huh?
We did.
Why is that play? Fuck. Okay.
Who?
What?
This is your Glade plugins
Who?
moment.
Yeah.
He's like,
Please, as if Ty doesn't have enough equipment or intelligence to mess up on this scale. Do you understand me? Fuck. Like my mess ups, are better than his shit. I don't want to hear about it. Also, smoke a lot of weed.
Smoke weed every day.
No, for some reason the clip is
piano.
no, let's do that.
Oh, yeah. Right there. The piano.
Who? He's like,
You guys are all fucking. No one even fucking heard me, huh?
We did.
He's
Cheers.
like- George,
we got
cheers.
some Jim Beam. We got second.
Wait, what? It's doing it again.
Right?
How does that occur? Anyway, he calls him gay. He gets very upset. He goes on. He explodes, Then you guys have to leave, right? After this gig?
Oh, yeah. But real quick.
Yeah,
There's a
sorry.
piano close to where we're sitting, and Adam goes to play it, and he's like taking requests from the 7 people, and he does that bit where you just play the same song no matter what they request. And then there's this random Skittle that's just sitting there on the table. I saw it when we walked in to see where, the area. And then he ate it. And so he was just all kinds of fucked up. And apparently
yeah, I
he's
love
not
this
supposed- he's like a
Skittle
gremlin.
bit.
He's not supposed to eat before he performs.
What?
Apparently he's like a gremlin and he's not supposed to eat before he performs. So us having dinner before he did his guest spot fucked him all
Who,
up. I don't know,
Adam?
his blood sugar.
Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
He can't eat?
Yeah, that's his whole deal. He hates eating before he performs. They mentioned that in the other podcast, and yeah, it fucks him up. And sure enough, he ate a Skittle off the floor or on the table, and he's playing piano.
Seinfeld told me that one.
Oh shit! Yeah, Seinfeld said, "Don't eat before a guest spot." Before a 5-minute guest spot.
Okay, so how does Ty do on that show? Fire.
Yeah, I mean the energy was just off. I mean, he just doesn't give a shit about these 7 people.
Answer like just his general vibe on stage. He's so low energy.
Oh, this
on-
is way lower.
Like on stage, it's even lower.
This is like sewer level low.
Well, what
It's
about the
just
night
like-
before? Like, I want to know, like, because I've seen him even at Dirty at 12:30, which is like 400, 500 people always. It's always packed. I've never done
Yeah.
that show and not been packed. and he's super low energy there.
Yeah.
So like, is this just the guy's vibe? Like, I'm sarcastically, that's his.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ! Like, haven't we had enough? Like, collectively, can we all just vote? Enough mumbling bad comedy. I'd understand if like he had a banger. Let's hear one of his bangers. One. Like, I'm not kidding. I struggle to find a video of the guy telling a good one. And not the Comedy Central clip from 10 years ago that's like a development set for any gay. It's so hard out there for us today, isn't it, guys? Like, all right.
Yeah.
But I buried my eggs. I bury my eggs. Like, we get it. We get it. You need a shower. Like, I don't know. Like, all right. Yeah, I just wondered how his comedy was. But I imagine it's low energy.
Yeah, Sacramento was like basement level, tongue in cheek, kind of like this is my shtick, this is my gimmick, and then the haunted hotel was like offended, upset, just like sewer levels of I don't give a fuck about anyone in this room. I want to get home because apparently he had this really pressing matter that he had to get back to like at 7 a.m. and it was just like on his mind, and I think it had to do with his ex-fiance because he was just like, dude, I need to fucking get back. And so,
we found out this weekend. He said he posted something on Twitter this weekend about he has real anxiety when he doesn't have Bijou with him. So like, this is a guy that like can't, again, a 60-year-old male. I heard on the police scanner, who can't go anywhere without his dog. By the way, and these dogs, I don't know, is he a Chihuahua?
Probably. I have no idea.
That little ugly ass dog of his is like, look, I don't want to speak ill of any dog breed. It's not their fault. But that type of dog is nothing but gristle and bones. It's not even soft to pet. It's just literally like 2-day-old Subway meatballs formed into a dog, and then it gets that hard skin on the outside of it when you like put the meatballs, or when you microwave it, and even worse, put it in the fridge for like 7 days uncovered. It gets that pudding skin over top of them. That's his dog, you know.
And all the lettuce is melted into it.
If that's why he gives him Whimsy's alligators. He needs to chew on something green. If he gives him a bone that's like beige colored, it just blends in with Bijou, and he can't even tell the difference. He's just like, Bijou! And then the dog's just in his bed, just reeking of meatballs all night. I wish I was making this up. I mean, I am, but I also wish I was. Okay, so you guys have to get on the road to get back to his non-relationship. We all know he probably had another whole full day of scheduling shitty bar gigs for next to no money.
Yeah, stringing them up. So we hit the road, but before we had left the mechanics, I noticed that my tires were bald. Like,
what the fuck? Why would you agree to this trip?
Because I had no idea until we got there.
Fucking planes, trains, and guest sets over here.
So I was like, look, when we're leaving the haunted hotel, I'm like, as long as it doesn't rain.
This place was called the Haunted Hotel.
I have no idea, but that's what they market themselves as.
Okay, well, I do have a breaking communique from Ty. He wants us to see his room. I'll tell you this. Here's another little comedy tip for newer comics who want to be able to judge how... Oh, fuck. Oh, no, that's the opposite of full screen. What the fuck? There's some new stuff going on, guys, with QuickTime. You're not going to be ready. Okay. If you are a comic who is still going on social media and giving us tours of your hotel room, you're new. Okay? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I get it. It's exciting for you. Just to let you know, I've done this for 20 years. Okay? I'm not excited to be in a new city and a new hotel room. Now, I'll have fun. I'm not going to be a grumpagus like Ty. Okay? But I don't think you need to see how crazy the swans are at the DoubleTree. I don't think that's not, I've been in hotels before, and I'm going to act as if that's occurred. And no offense, I know Adam was putting up some hotel videos this weekend. But that's where you are. That's where you are. You have that kind of iCloud space. Not me. I don't need to catalog what every room looks like at a Radisson in tall screen. I'm beyond it. But again, I like Adam. I just wish he would use his space because we're on a family plan and it's eating up. It's eating up most of my hard drive space. Here's Ty Rivera again. Why you would choose to go on like this? Like, this is like what a woman cataloging a rape. Hey, everybody. It's 3:23 p.m. Jimmy just left. The cops are on the way. Like, that's the way this video should start. Okay? Okay. Just to make sure we're all on the same page. Like, honey, what is going on with the flyaways? Make it work.
Okay, you guys. So I've been told this hotel is haunted.
Okay, he's also, we got to read. Everything means something with Ty. Mumble. Low voice. Keeping it down. Did you have separate rooms here, George? How did this hotel work?
No, of course not. But also, we weren't going to sleep there anyway, so.
Were you in this room with him when he did this?
I was probably sleeping. I think he shows me at one point. I don't know.
Okay, because, this mumbling, like, again, so not only do you think we all need to see your shitty hotel room, and it is shitty, but you think it's so pressing you can't even wait till your fucking roommates wake up. Guys, I just had to show you the art behind me on the wall. Look at the painting. Nobody cares. You're low energy to begin with. Now we got to listen to you softly mumble in grandma's dining room. Like, okay. Here we go.
Read that somewhere. I'll find out details later, but I'm going to let you guys see
yeah,
it.
I heard this hotel was haunted. I read that somewhere. I'll find details out later. Why not do it before the video? Just an idea. Maybe don't talk out your ass just this once. Hey guys, I heard I have a show tonight. Just wanted to tell you to come. I'll find the details later. Hello? Do you live in the same temporal plane that we do? Like, what are you going to splice back as if you'd ever edit it back in? We'll never find out whether this hotel's haunted or not. So, A, I'm annoyed at that now. I'll have to look that up on my own. But B, it didn't need to be in this video. Just another mumbling, stumbling tirade.
I don't like the look of it.
Back to you, Ty. I don't like the look of it.
Going the wrong way again. Okay.
Again, I didn't even know about the swans, but again, imagine this. First of all, also, how do you get crime scene photos this blurry? Is there KY smeared all over his phone? I couldn't make my iPhone take a photo this bad. Like, George, you're into audio video stuff. A modern phone couldn't take, right? Like, it couldn't take a photo this blurry without
Oh yeah.
half a schmear on the lens. Like,
Oh, that's me standing right there.
yeah, that's great. I love that you're awake and he still has no confidence. Guy, that's George over there. I don't want to talk about him because frankly, we're mad at him and we're not really discussing it. I can't be bothered.
It's this little hotel room.
That's where Adam slept. That's where he took his nap.
If you want to check it out, it's so scary.
Why is he doing vocal fry low talking? If you want to check it out, it's middle of the day. Everyone's awake. Yeah, so if you guys want to see it, like, why are you doing that? It's weird. Oh, fuck.
That's just George.
That's just George.
I thought it was a ghost. See, cute little town.
High school.
But there's a fireplace. So you never. Oh, that's my reflection.
High school.
So, it's like that movie Amityville.
I don't like the
Except for
look
this
of it.
isn't Amityville. This is Macomb, I believe is what it's called.
You believe? What do you know?
Shared bathroom for this room. Like that's where actually we're gonna be. That's our bathroom.
I don't like the look of it.
And here's the hotel itself. It's got a little bit of a red rum vibe to it, to tell you the truth.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
But yeah, we're gonna be performing here, which is cool.
Get him a body bag!
All the room doors are open,
High school.
which gives it an even more
Why is he mumbling?
vibe. Look at that.
Round shots going to Jimmy.
All the rooms are open, which gives it more of a haunted vibe.
Well, they must have planned for annoying people like me that would actually hit the keys on the piano.
This is going great.
So, see, this is like downtown.
I don't like the look of it.
Downtown. Technically, these are people's rooms, so I probably shouldn't be in them right now.
6 months later.
Close your door if you don't want people coming in and out. That's what I would say. You don't want.
Ah!
I've never seen this. This is so fucking great.
See, look at that.
Come on, man.
Look at that.
Come on, man.
Look at that.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Too bad my man ain't here.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think there might be an unsolved mysteries that happened here, Jerome.
I don't like the
Wouldn't
look
put
of it.
past him. But yeah, so here is.
Just nothing. Just.
Oh,
Oh, look, back to the window? Back to the same window to look out again, Ty? What are you, a cat? Like, what the fuck are we doing? 3 times to this window where nothing's going on. Let's just walk back over here and see if it's still nothing. What if it was something? Would you then riff and have a witty opinion? Or would you just go, what are we doing? You're goddamn right. You don't want to take anyone on the road who's got a fucking opinion or jokes. I thought this would be easy and everybody would just suck my asshole. They're not. No one's into you. Who keeps walking back over to a window and just keeps looking out it? There's nothing there, you old fool.
So now you guys know where we're at. We made it safely.
So now you guys know where we're at. We don't. No one cares. You're in the middle of nowhere in a hotel. You've wandered the halls, aimed at the floors in tall screen while mumbling about what might be and how you might check it out later. You won't, and you don't. We'll never find out any more information until you stumble your way into a grave. 7 people at the show, 7 people, no mo. Ladies and gentlemen, we have items on sale at our store. You're going to want to check them out because it's the last chance to get certain things. Our winter fresh colorways, okay? This is your last chance to get the... Sorry, George, we have to do a little plug here. We got winter fresh colorways going away soon and new colorways for the hats coming soon. So if you want the beanie or the hat, get your order in now. Overdose members, don't forget you save 15% off every store order. NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Speaking of the Overdose, why don't you save 20% on that as well with promo code UNBOTHERED at checkout. Type in UNBOTHERED at checkout for a monthly subscription, 20% off, courtesy of Ty, okay? You know why?
Ty's cool.
Because Ty's a pretty cool guy. Promo code UNBOTHERED at checkout. If you've already joined and you're paying $13 a month because we raised our prices recently, unsubscribe. Resubscribe with the promo code. See if I give a fuck. I don't work here or own it. Actually, both of those. But I don't care. You know, it's all about love and happiness. Join the Overdose. This is the best thing you can do to support the show. And also thanks to everybody here who's signed up on Nobody Likes Onions. We also have a new Nobody Likes Onions channel on YouTube called NLO Clips. Head over there, subscribe to that. Trying to do new videos every day on there. Already failing. But, you know, who's perfect? Am I right? You hit... 0.0% of the baskets you never leap. You never try to take. Does that make sense? You get it. What's the rest of the story? How much more do we got here?
Shit.
You guys had to leave after the show. It was a shitty show.
Yeah.
We've already talked about what
Okay.
What an
so
awful
we're
show it
driving
was.
through
And it's going to go bad.
We're driving through the mountains, and Adam's in the back seat sleeping. And Ty asked me, and I feel like he thought about this a while because we've been driving for about 30 minutes. And he asked me, "What headliners have you opened for?" And like a dumbass new comic, I was like, "Oh shit, he's finally gonna ask me! Oh my god, I'm so happy!" And so I explained all these headliners who I opened for, and then he goes, "Have you asked any of them how much money they make?" And immediately I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a shitty downhill drive on ball tires. Here we fucking go. And so he goes on this big lecture about, you know, respecting the headliner and all this shit. And I was like, look, dude, I was just curious. And then he's like, and then why did you laugh when I said that it would frustrate me? I was like, dude. And so, like, I just...
Ty's cool.
I wasn't bowing down. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, look, let's just get the fuck home as long as it doesn't rain. And then it started fucking raining. We hit Bakersfield and it's pouring. And then my car is obviously a piece of shit and it starts stuttering. Oh, but then there's this one part where we're driving and like I can't see. It just is pitch black in my rear, in the rear view mirror, even though I can see stars and lights and stuff. And then I hear this thud and I'm like, what is going on? The thudding. And apparently my trunk had popped open at some point. So we have to pull over and I have to pretend like I'm getting something out of the trunk. But I have to slam it shut. And then all Ty's equipment got wet. Yeah, it didn't get soaked, but it got wet. And I was like, oh, fuck that dude. He deserves it. And so like we drive off, get to a gas station. And this is where I said that we should, you know, stop for an hour and let the storm pass. And he loses his shit again, flat out refuses. He's arguing, saying that we did this on purpose, that we knew that the car was going to break down and we brought him along.
Adam tells a different story. You know, about. By the way, someone in the chat's going, why are you deleting Adam's comments? There's auto mods, you dummy. It doesn't mean somebody's sitting here deleting it. One of our mods in the chat, please check out Adam. He seems to be blocked or something, but it's automatically done because he's typing. If he types too many in a row too quickly, it puts him on. So calm down. There's no conspiracies. We let people type here all day. Okay. Ty is still trying to come up with a zinger for the chat room, and we're going to be here until he comes up with one. If it takes all damn night. Adam, you were saying something?
Ty lost his fucking shit.
Oh.
Fucking went atomic. Straight out. It's like, I thought this was going to be a simple trip, and you guys are putting me in danger. And
You guys are putting me in danger. Okay.
Can't believe you guys, if you guys knew this was going to happen, right? This is all, you guys should have checked in on the car. You guys should have done this before coming out to this trip. And the entire time George is coming in like, well, we just did this Phoenix trip. We just did this. I drove from Indiana to El Paso to Vegas, right? I mean, the car has been working fucking fine. I've been driving it around the city for a fucking minute. We did the Phoenix trip. It's been fine.
And then I also showed like the map of like the eye of whatever storm was coming through.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, look.
He pulls over. George pulls over and says, "If we just wait here for like maybe an hour,
yeah, just an hour,
the storm will pass us, and we will reduce this risk of us fucking dying."
Yeah, I've done that
What
before.
part of Cali? Bakersfield?
Yeah,
100% you wait that out. Those pass so fast.
Nope.
Yeah.
Ty straight out looked at him and said, "Well, if you have to drive 40 down the freeway, I need to get back home. I have a life."
Oh, no.
If you have to drive 40 down the freeway, I need to get home because I have a life. So it's basically this. Ty can't hang on road trips. Just playing devil's avocado, they might have done it on purpose. I really don't think they did. George went to piss real quick, so give him a minute. He'll be back. But, I don't believe that. I don't believe they would have done this on purpose. These guys, you have to roll with it. You were never in danger of missing a show. Adam stepped up and was paying for this. God knows how much money he lost on the gig. George has a broken car, now probably owes Adam money for repairing the car. Who knows how this shook out? Of course, nobody wanted this to happen. I think you're insane if you think that they might have, remotely even done it on purpose. The fact is, if you didn't come close to missing a show, you have to be able to roll with this shit. I mean, whenever you're what is Vegas to Sacramento? 8 or 9 hours, right?
Yeah.
8 or 9 hours. I mean, shit happens, man. Like, it just does. And you can't be mad about it. And I understand that when a guy's taking you on the road, and again, I don't know the dynamic. Adam's been doing this for 10 years. When I was 10 years into this, I would have never put up with this attitude of being so fucking gracious and being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you." It's like, shut the fuck up already. Let's all make the most of this. So, I mean, it's weird to me to just keep placating a fucking clearly out of his mind dope. And I get it. You want to go on the road with him again maybe one day. But do you? Do you? I doubt it. We were just listening to the clip where he said, "I don't care." Adam said, "I don't care if you have to go 40 down the highway. Get me home. I have a life unlike you guys," or whatever. What the fuck? What is that?
So
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. Yeah, we're just arguing in the car, and I'm just killing time. And this is where Adam, in Ty's eyes, fucked up because he's arguing back. You're just supposed to take it, right? You're supposed to be the fucking bottom bitch, but Adam's giving it back. And I'm just killing time because if he won't give me the hour, then I'll just, figure a way out.
Somebody in the chat is saying, I respect NLO for at least bringing in someone else to shit on Ty for a change. This is the problem, though, and you have to understand this as a non-comedian looking in on this. These comics, and I say this with, how long have you been doing it, George?
About 8.
8 years. I don't know, but you're not full-time.
Oh, no, definitely.
So it's weird when you're oh, I've been doing it 8, but it's but clearly not hammering it.
Oh,
8.
yeah.
Okay.
No.
So look, 8 years, 10 years, these are long lengths of time, but I lost my whole fucking train of thought with this. But the point is
being a non-comic looking in.
Yeah, they don't want to say. I mean, I'm not kidding you when I tell you I have you want me to be honest, so I can't say 100 because that is a clear exaggeration. 20 stories of people who Ty has fucked over, who he's called friends, and 20 is a safe number. There's more than that. Of DMs and stuff. And by the way, they're all stories that have been aired out over time, mostly by Ty, and they get buried, and they happen on Freddie Correa's podcast and stuff. And maybe it doesn't blow up. Maybe it doesn't get all the listens. A couple comics in the community listen to this. And you may go, Patrick, why do you care so much? Why do you spend so much time and dive into this stuff? That's because you're a comic or you're in the local Las Vegas comedy community looking at this going like, what the fuck? I'm a podcaster and have plenty of listeners outside of this who I have to explain everything to and break it down on a slow basis, okay? They're looking at this from the outside. They don't care about any of it, okay? So that's the audience I'm catering to. That's the audience I make a living from. That's the audience I make money from. So I'm sorry if all the comics aren't into it, or I take too long to explain something, or you don't like all the little bits. But we are. The point is, we got to make it entertaining. But these comics are scared to come on. I'm telling you. You don't think Matt Markman has a beef with Ty? He was here last week. He doesn't want to get into it. Not because he's scared of Ty. He just doesn't care. You know, the end of the day, Ty thinks that everyone cares about their status with Ty, when in reality, it doesn't really fucking matter. And I'm hoping that it's embarrassing for some comics who don't want to come forward and talk about how shitty he's been to them, to hear what you're fighting for. These are the gigs you're fighting for. One day, I hope he takes me on the road, doesn't pay for anything, yells at me, belittles me, makes me feel like shit, and then goes home and talks shit about me and says, I'll never work with this guy again. Because that's what he did. He essentially said this after this all comes out, which we'll get to. He goes back and pretty much shits on George and Adam. You know? And by the way, Adam's in the chat, backing all this up. We have audio of Adam saying all this. It's real. It really happened. We can't get him to come in on the show and say it. Why? I don't know, man. I don't know. Comedy politics. But if you're still sitting on the side of like, Ty's a pretty good guy, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You're a lost little pup. I'm telling you, to this day, every time I look on his drama posts, not one real big, not one headlining comic, you know. It comes across like they don't want to address some of the things. Well, it's like, look, I can't blame Trick, and who knows, Tricks may come in and talk about it, but I can't blame Tricks for not wanting to address it. Ty's insane. Like, I don't want to get into this again, and God knows that, you know, George is 3 hours ahead and wants to go to bed. But we went over Ty's whole accusations of Tricks. There isn't a joke. He never concisely says what joke was stolen. We never hear it. We never hear it. He goes on 90 tangents. What's the joke?
The joke, the punchline is that he wants to be able to listen to Remix to Ignition without feeling guilty. That's it.
That's not a joke.
It's not, but that's it.
Why are we mad at Elvis? He slept with a 15-year-old. It's like, that's not a joke. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So like, and again, when you ask him the joke, he says it's my Michael Jackson joke. But if you go back and listen, he's just played a million clips of him saying Michael Jackson out of context and out of order. That isn't a joke. So what? Other comics aren't allowed to say Michael Jackson or Elvis? What's the joke? There isn't one. You know, I said this before. If a joke gets stolen, you can say it right away. I had a joke stolen once. You know how quickly I can sum up what joke it was stolen? Oh, Patrick, what joke was stolen? Oh, it was this one. I just found a website that shows you all the sexual predators in your zip code. It's called eharmony.com. That's a joke. That got stolen from me in 2007. When asked about it, I can tell you the joke. Ty can't even tell you the joke. Now, he won't even bring it up. He just goes, I've already said it. I said it. He didn't. He played a bunch of disjointed clips with no punchline. I can break it down. You can't. You're brainwashed. You think you've heard a joke and you haven't. You're dumb. Like, I'm serious. Go back and listen to it. If you think you heard a joke in there, you are mistaken, sir. You need to have your whole life examined.
Come on, man.
No, I'm just being serious. Like, I'm not even going to argue with you anymore. Like, there's no joke in anything he said. Adam, why don't you try to make this diplomatic?
I have no ill fucking resentment or animosity or any of that shit towards
I've seen Tyson's.
Why? Why don't you? What a liar. Just so you know, in the future, if there's any gigs, I have no, well, blah, blah. And by the way, do you think he's going to come around? This will bridge things over? Oh, he didn't go on Melton's show. He's shown me loyalty. He's back in my inner circle. Great. See you in Bakersfield for $25 and a sandwich. By the way, can I get a ride? Like, what do you, like, what's the goal? You know? Someone stole one of my jokes early in my career. It had to do with, like, yeah, again, if you've had a joke stolen, you can say the joke. Ty can't say the joke. So, I mean, I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into him at the club, and the weird part is, and this is where I get a little strange about it, is that after the show on Monday, I did run into him talking to a couple people, and I was like, "Hey, man, good set," and he said nothing in return. Now, sometimes,
by the way, this is the kind of catty bitch he is.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's mad at you, he doesn't talk to you. Ew, you're 60, bro. Like, what are you talking about? And I don't know what's more immature, not talking to somebody or letting everyone know that if you're ever with a person, you won't be talking to them. Imagine going on Facebook and writing that post. Just so you guys know, if you ever see me and Matt Markman in the same room and we're not talking, this is why. Oh, God, we were all wondering. Thanks for letting us know. We were all on pins and needles. Ugh.
I tend to overthink, and this was kind of one of those moments where I was just like, is this dude mad at me still? Like, I didn't, like, and that's why I just thought, I was like, you know what, man, chalk it up to the fact that we both have different vibes. You know, we both fucking different wavelengths.
This will be fine.
Will Butch Bradley
Fine.
even touch Ty at this point? Mark my words, he won't. Mark my words. It's all ending for Ty. It has nothing to do with what I want or what I wish for him. He has done this to himself. He is not well. He's an unwell man. Okay? It's his fault. It's all going to come to an end. Mark my words, it's coming down sooner than later. And then Freddie jumps in.
I love you and Ty. I love George more than you and Ty.
Oh shit! Pentecostal.
But I love you. Yeah, we're Pentecostal. But no, I love you guys, man. And this is one of those things that's so unfortunate because it was the hell trip. You ever seen that movie, Hell?
Again, it wasn't. This sounds like a guy who's never done comedy. And I don't know Freddie. I don't know how long he's been in the game. But this is two things he's said now. It's like, first of all, the headliner is supposed to be a mystery. It's like, nope, that's not a theme at comedy shows ever. Like, ever. Like, I'm not even just sometimes, you know, the headliner, sometimes it's a mystery. No. His name's everywhere at the club or bar or haunted hotel or garbage fire, wherever you're performing. Ty. But yeah, and this is another one. It's just like what?
Hell.
If it's hell trip, then
plane, trains, and automobiles.
This wasn't a hell trip. A couple things went wrong. You had a lot of car trouble. Sounds like it was bald tires and tons of trouble before. So it's amazing it all made it in one piece.
Yeah. That's
Martin. That one time. John
That's
Candy.
ultimately what it was, and it was just
the worst thing that could have happened.
That could possibly happen.
And for the listeners, just so you don't fucking, it's comical. Like, this is something that happened. Ty's our friend. He's my friend, and I can see the frustration.
He isn't. And by the way, Ty tried to, preemptively strike this show today by this guy Ralph Totella. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
I don't really know the guy. But I guess like Ty needed another ride. So he hit up this Ralph Totella guy to come, like they were supposed to go do a show hey, come in early and give me a ride. And he gave him a guest set, and he's like, and then Ralph killed it on a guest set. That's how you're supposed to do it, guys. Because he knew you were coming on this show tonight. Going to talk about, and by the way, again, there's the guy we're going to hear about at the end, who Adam says had the same exact experience with Ty before in Sacramento. We know Amy Blackwell got so fucking fed up with his shit that she left him in another state and made him take a bus home. By the way, another sign of a great, successful headlining comic. You get stranded somewhere and you take a bus home. You don't have the reserves to get yourself home via airplane. Southwest is a little too far out of your grasp in an emergency. Okay. Imagine him stewing on that bus, how miserable he made everyone. The whole bus ride. Just fucking Ty in the back. Can we just skip all the stops and go, great? I have a life. Him in the bathroom on the bus, sloshing around the blue shit, dyeing his little butt blue, while he just squeezes out Whimsy's alligators into puddles. Stop picturing it.
I know. Can you believe it?
Frustration.
Oh yeah,
I could totally see the frustration, and he's like, God damn it, I'm over here. He has been doing it longer than us, so these new comics, he
has been doing it longer, and look where he's at. At some point, that isn't an excuse anymore. Remember Black Pedro bragging about how he's opened for Shang for 17 years? Find Graham Elwood. He'll tell you how he's opened up for fucking Doug Benson for fucking 11 years. It's like, I don't think you're coming off as good in this story as you think you are. He has been doing it since the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Oh, and where's he at? The haunted hotel? Shh, don't tell. It's supposed to be a mystery. I don't know what everyone else is doing. I really don't. Maybe I'm in the wrong comedy in business. But I feel
he's established. He's been doing it for,
he's established. He was at a one night flying purple people eater.
He's full time. I know you guys are also like way more full time than me. Way more full time. I'm fucking still day job guy.
Like that's fine, but again, sucking off. Imagine what you do if you met a real headliner. I don't know.
Well, they do. I mean, they hang out at the LA Comedy Club.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Do you have any thoughts before we wrap this story?
Just the aftermath. What happened after the podcast came out? So
yeah, what happened after?
Adam was not wrong. Ty was ghosting him. 16-year-old Ty was ghosting him, and he was fine with me. I think he felt really sorry for me and how everything went down. And then after the podcast came out with Freddie, he switched, and I basically got lumped in with Adam. So we would get booked at the Hilarious 7 in the Hooters casino. Yeah, and so we'd all be hanging out, and he always has to show up late. And as we're hanging out, we're all lined up, just shooting the shit. And he would one by one make it a point to say what's up to everyone. And then when he got to me, he would stop. He wouldn't even look at me. And I was just like, oh shit! Like the first couple times, I wasn't sure what was going on, but still I wouldn't leave. And then after that,
he needs you. He needed you to know that he wasn't saying hi to you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then he needed everyone else to know that he wasn't saying hi to me. But I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm going to look at him every single time. And I won't say hi, but I'll look at him.
That's what.
Wait for him to make contact.
I honestly, I've got to get my second Pfizer shot here in about a week and a half. But I'm so looking forward to going out again. and just
Chunkles?
being in a room. No, I'll never go to Chunkles because honestly, that's a shithole. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't even need to go. Like, Trey's hosts every week. Because I've honestly, do you know Trey's? Have you seen Trey's?
Yeah, I did his podcast.
Have you? Oh. Rusty, give me the footage.
I mean, where would you run into Ty at?
Have you ever heard Trey?
Vegas.
Well, you know, he's big on the thing. Very well respected. Yeah, and by the way, I see Garrett Hall still liking his posts. No, not Garrett Hall. Garrett Hall. Spiro. After he went off on Spiro the other day, it's just like I see a lot of people. I think he's going to headline Steve McAnally's gig next week after he just went off calling Steve McAnally racist. It's like both of you are losers in my book if that happens. I'm sorry. And I have no problem with Steve McAnally, but I'm creating one now. If Ty Rivera heads your event after he called you a racist, you cucked. You comedy cucked. You're Rick's rolling cucks down there at the barbecue joint.
Are you going to go check out the show?
No. I like Steve, but you got to stand up for yourself. You can't let... I'm serious, man. You know, like LA Comedy Club, he's just shitting on every comic who works there. He says they all suck. Meanwhile, you're going to book him? It's like, okay. He says all your comics suck. Fuck this guy. Like, it's coming. People don't believe me. It's fine. I've waited almost a year. You're all slowly starting to come around to it. You'll see. You'll see.
Oh, it's been 2 years for me, and I've just been like, what? Like,
I mean, all I needed to do was look at this guy's timeline. And I'm sorry, if you go look at his Facebook timeline and you don't recognize mental illness when you see it, you're broken. Let's go have a look at yours. Because you're not supposed to alternate between depression, mania, insulting other people, fights, throwing friends away. You're not supposed to just rotate through a color wheel of emotions on the daily. You know, it's so fucking weird, man. Bring us home, Adam.
That's why it's the whole Ty trip, and that's why Ty, you know, I can understand still is gonna have a fucking bad taste about this because of how frustrating the whole fucking.
No, he's gonna have a bad taste because he's a fragile little bunny. Like, it was never gonna go well.
Situation was, and I can get where my part is because I mean it wasn't my fucking car, it was mine, but I was the guy who was coming in there like, hey, calm down, hey, it's okay, hey, we're all right, don't worry, it's not you, it's here you go, here's my check, here's my fucking card, all right, cool.
That was cool. Are we good? Though. That was that was
well, no, because how else were we gonna fucking make it work? I'm not gonna ask him. He's the one who invited us.
So the crazy part is a minute later, Freddie Correa starts talking about a comic he knows who had a big falling out with Ty when they went on the road because Ty was unreasonable, and how they made up, and now they're really good friends. About that. Now, I don't know who that comic was, but that's just what led into this next part where he tells the story about a friend of his who had the same exact experience. But now we're at 4 or 5 comics, you know, depending on who, like the hearsay you believe, but 4 verifiable, that have said that they go on the road with Ty and he treats them like absolute garbage. Now, they've been documented. Amy Blackwell, Adam, you, I mean, we're there. We're about to hear another one. And then it all got started by a conversation that Freddie brought up about another one. Okay? But what I find interesting is that people think when they make up with Ty, or if they are currently on Ty's good side, that they're his friend and they're good with Ty. You need to know he will toss you aside. You are nothing to him. There's no loyalty from Ty. The minute he perceives you doing him a wrong, and he will because he's bipolar, he's frantically manic. You see his moods. Like, I'm hearing you guys like we were getting along, but then, like you said, eggshells. You have to constantly watch what you say around this fucking guy. You know? So I don't understand. 1 minute he's furious. Don't ever mention the headliner on stage. Like, what? What? Don't tell him I'm gay. It's like, honey, you have like peacock feathers coming out of you. You have face tattoos. You're sure not a prison gangster. You're gay. Let's fly you up a flagpole and see. I said flag.
Darren Chase.
Oh, Darren Chase. That's right. I remember Darren Chase. Long hair.
Darren Chase. Here's another one. Listen to this.
Love him, dude. Funny guy.
I had him
moved here.
I had him on. Oh, he moved here.
Yeah, he just moved here.
Yeah, I had him on my midnight show at LA Comedy.
Oh yeah, dude. He's ready to work, man. He's super ready to work.
Cool dude. Very cool dude. Yeah.
He's hanging out at Krista K's show. And both he and I are talking, and we're sharing stories about the Comedy Store, and going back and forth about shit. And he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, I just moved here to Vegas," and something along the lines of like, "I really like the scene over here. I don't think there's a lot of people out here that don't like me. I don't really know a lot of them, but the ones who, now I think about it, Ty Rivera unfriended me on Facebook." And then I said, "Oh yeah," and just kind of chuckled to myself. I wasn't gonna go out and fucking tell him what happened.
Do you need to know anything else about a man who manages his emotions and friendships through the friending and blocking and unblocking and unfriending? Like, if I had a teenage daughter that I caught blocking girls she didn't like, we'd have to have a talk. I'd have to be like, "Hey, you need to toughen up. There are people in this world that you don't like and who won't like you. It's not always your fault. Sometimes it is. Maybe you should listen to them a little bit. But some of them are just plain bonkers magonkers, okay? And I get it. If somebody's like harassing you to the point where they're taking up time from you, by all means block them. You know what I mean? There are certain things. I'm not insane. I understand when a block comes. How many people we'll never know. We may never know. It's like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll tie. Who knows? Who knows?
Center of the Easter eggs.
Yeah, it just doesn't because he blocks everyone for everything. I'm telling you, the time he blocked me, he got in an argument with himself, decided what I would say if I was involved in it, got mad at what he made up, and then blocked me. I'm not lying about that. It's still up.
Yeah, well, did you know that he unblocked you so that you could show him receipts?
Yeah, this was the other thing. He's like, I unblocked Patrick for 48 hours, and he just hid from me and didn't show any receipts. To which I say, I'm sorry. I didn't get an invitation to Ty's Receipt Fest, where I was supposed to provide you with something. Number one, I don't care what you think. Someone said in the chat room earlier, like, "Oh, would you ever sit down with Ty in a neutral territory?" No, I don't have lunch with mentally ill people. Okay? Never will I sit down with this dope. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. If I have to hear another one time about the dream of making his 80-year-old father never work again, it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened. It ain't gonna happen. I hope he has a hut to stay in. I hope you can make some sort of pillow fort over there by Bijou's Happy Humpy Gator Cage. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I just hope my dad never has to work again. God, you're quitting comedy in July, according to your own tweet. TyRiveraComedy.com. Check it out. You're all over the place. I'm quitting. I'm not quitting. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. I care too much. I just want to get along. I'm about to burn everybody down. Which is it, liar? We're all confused. There's so much there. You're so wrong. It's like you're lost. You're lost. Anyone following Ty around thinking that there's acorns of wisdom that are going to fall out from this squirrel's loose asshole, I don't need to be around you. You're broken. You're broken. He's not intelligent. He can't enunciate. I've never seen him just riff and vibe and throw out a casual joke in a fun way. He can't do live shows. He edits the ones he does do to shit. Even then, they don't make sense. He rambles off on tangents, willy-nilly, Willy Wonkas. I don't like the look of it. Yeah, I'm not interested. Sitting down and talking with Ty for an hour would be sitting down and listening to his act. No laughs, not a good time. Not interested. I'm sorry. If Patrick has a spite domain for you, it's over, yeah?
I don't like the look of it.
100% real. I'm just sorry that's what it is. Like the fact that you think there's something more to Ty means there's something more to Kai. Okay, now you sent me a link to a site that you said I might need to research a mental state that I've been subjected to. You said that I maybe had been groomed.
Not you.
Oh.
I'm talking about the open micers.
Oh, well, you sent me this link.
Yeah.
Groomed for an emotionally abusive relationship. This, I didn't know what you were talking about when you sent this, but it actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
When you read this,
all the open micers.
If you read through this, emotional abusers have extraordinary sense of entitlement. Okay? Emotional abusers may or may not have a sense of shame about what they do. Ty doesn't know that you're not supposed to have 1 minute, literally, he's like, I'm depressed. It's cyclical. I'm going through some things. Check out the latest pod. It's always, by the way, check out the latest pod. You know, even if it's a serious thing, like, can't believe they just shot another black man in the street. Link to the latest pod in comments. It's like, what? So there's that, you know. But the very next day, he'll post something like, fat people are disgusting and should be wiped. It's like, what? Like, what?
Yeah.
Emotional abusers are very, very childish. You might say, Patrick, you're a little childish. Like, yeah, but I also, admittedly, this is a comedy show. You couldn't watch this show and not at any point during it go like, oh, he's fucking around having a good time. Ty is turning on the mic to settle the hash, to let him know, you know. He talks to his enemies on his show as if he's afraid to approach them in person. Like, and another thing, Bobby and Crystal. It's like, what? The title of this is something totally different.
Well, there was one show where he went point for point, like everything that you had said previously. And I was like, oh, clearly he's listening to Onions and responding on his show. And then, it was the Bobby and Crystal stuff. And then afterwards, it was after you had thoroughly made it embarrassing to talk about it anymore, he just dropped it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I'll tell you what, you get Ty to come sit down with me, I'll do it. You never will. Let me tell you something. If Ty can't handle being sitting down and having a conversation with Adam Dominguez, I'll make his goddamn brain explode. Okay? Because I don't have the gene in me that's worried about what he thinks. You know, I'm not mesmerized because this guy took me on a trip 500 miles away. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I've headlined that room. Okay? I don't care. He wouldn't do it. Are you dreaming? He couldn't handle the zings. What are you going to do when he can't live edit himself and all of his gulps and mumbles? And what people need to know about me, they don't. They don't need to know anything else about you. Do you have acid reflux? It sounds gross. And this is coming from a fat guy. I mean, you've got to get it together. If you paid him, he would do it. Good. Good. You let him know. I'll save your daddy.
Well, he's begging online.
I mean,
hit me up on Cash App.
Yeah.
Hit me up
I mean, how much do you want? You tell me. 500. Let's get him in here. He has to come here because we want it filmed well and with good lighting. Not that I wouldn't love to gather around his sink with his light strips. Somewhere neutral like Freddie Correa's. Yeah. Oh, fucking idiots. Imagine thinking there's anything in that oil well worth sifting for. Get a grip, Grandma. Fucking microwave my salad and call me a donut. But yeah, when you read these things, emotional abusers are very childish. Emotional abusers lie through their teeth. I mean, again, if you don't think you've caught Ty and lie after lie after lie after lie, basic one. He said Trix is hilarious and an amazing comic. And then he said Trix was never a good friend. He never really liked him that much anyway. And to be truthful, he wasn't really a great comic at all. It's like you recommended him. You told people to go see him, that he was great and hilarious. It's like already your word doesn't mean shit. Again, I have issues with Butch Bradley. You'll never catch me taking that out on him by saying he isn't funny. He's a funny fucking comic, okay? I think if Butch would come on this show, that'd be a fucking home run. Butch would be great on this show, you know? We got some personal shit that has to be worked out ahead of time. Certainly won't be over here going like, he's not even funny anyway. I'm actually a little hurt about it, you know? Butch could be great. Butch could be great. But there's some untended to issues. Ty, there's nothing even worth looking into. There's nothing here. Emotional abusers expect your life to be played by the rules of their games. I mean, is that Ty? Does that sound familiar? If you're going to come on my page, here's how you need. If you're going to comment, you better do it correct. If you're going to argue with me, you better have. Sound familiar? When people talk to me, they need to address me. But like, what are you talking about? We don't have time to learn your version of The Sims. This sounds 100%. I mean, you found this, but this is great. The game of emotional abuse only ever ends when they say it does. Sound familiar? And this is the last time I'll be addressing him. 4 hours later, and another thing. It's like they're broken people. It's like he has no memory of what he just said he would do. They're also like poor impulse control, dumb people. You know, they're like untrained dogs.
Yeah.
Like they can't help themselves. You know, and when even when he's like, I'm not going to feed into the drama, like this weekend he was working, go look at his page. It's manic posts of just random garbage he's throwing at the wall, trying to get a bite, trying to cause some controversy. It's like, it's pathetic and sad and cringe in a new way for even him. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh yeah. No, he posted something about he hates the person that sits next to him on the airplane. But no, go back and read number 5. Number 5 is just exactly what you said, where they'll switch the rules without telling you. Yeah. And if you fuck up, it's still your fault for not knowing the rules.
Emotional abusers expect your life to be played by the rules of their games. These rules are so extraordinarily primitive that most times we miss them. Here they are. I play by my rules. You have to play by my rules. In fact, every time you don't play by my rules, you lose another life. I can change the rules at any time, and I won't bother to tell you, but it still applies, the new rules. That's it. That is Ty. And you don't need to go very far to find somebody who agrees with that. Like it just, you don't. It's, and now you pulled a lot of captures of some of the stuff. This seems petty. Let's go. I say let's do it. But these are examples of the mania and the insanity. And I want to say this before we do this. I feel really bad showing some of these screenshots because there are names of comedians I like and get along with who have liked these posts. And it's cringe. You shouldn't be liking and again, I still stand by this. Find me one headliner who's like into what he's posting. A like, a laugh, anything. Oh, like a working headliner. You won't. This was the post after. This is the post after you're falling out with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you heard his Michael Jackson bit? It really has legs. Yeah. I'm taking a break from bringing people on the road. I like a lot of comics as friends, but I'm not built for traveling with most of them. If you're already booked with me, I'll honor it. How fucking nice, by the way. But I'm moving forward, and I'm going back to being a loner. If only. You know, I bet Zuckerberg's sitting around twiddling his thumbs, counting the days until you block the other 1.9 billion of us on Facebook. It's always this like, I'm taking a break from, I don't need the, I'm done with comedians who are below me. It's like, anybody got 20 minutes? We've heard it. I'll do a clip tomorrow on what I think it takes to be good on the road. But from now on, my help will come in the form of advice only. Ty Rivera. You know? Comedians' answers to the questions nobody was asking. I'll throw you a little bone tomorrow. I'll give you a little. No one wants to know how to go perform for 7 people. No one wants to know what the secrets are to asking if anyone has 20 minutes to come on the road. How did you get to where you are today? Begging for people to drive me to Sacramento? Hey, it's a funny story. It goes a little something. Like, no one cares. Tell us more.
That one.
Tell us more, oh siren of comedy. Teach us how it goes. Navigate us through the rocky waters of booking. Show us Grandma's Haunted Hotel again. Oh my God.
Trix commented. He's like, yeah, dude, you got to be a loner, like agreeing with him. But then obviously, you know, he didn't play the rules.
Yeah, I know.
The rules.
Yeah, for real.
I don't like the look of it.
Yep. So that was after your thing. And again, here's John Gilligan, who I like. I feel like Gilly's a straight shooter, but he's liked a lot of these posts. And I'm hoping he's put the laughy face and he's laughing at Ty. Because otherwise, there's no excuse. I had to block one idiot, and it's only 9 a.m. I've already had to block. Imagine having to block someone. I think it says, again, more about your mental sanity. I can't even be in a room with someone. I can't even share the same internet with someone knowing that they think what they think. No, you sound stable AF. I had to block one idiot. It's only 9 a.m. If you think you're going to cuss me, who says cuss? Cuss me out on my page. You don't know how this works. Sounds like he's making up his own rule and expecting us to know it. Feel free to disagree on points, but if you start being disrespectful, you don't deserve a voice in my world. All right. Most of the comics that try to argue with me aren't as talented. I'm not kidding you. I'd love to know how this guy got started doing comedy. Does anyone know? Does anyone know?
Iglesias. I think Gabriel Iglesias found him.
I mean, this is the perfect example of like right place, right time, lightning strike, lost boy. What does that mean, Patrick? Let me explain. Right place, right time. Ty is around at Gabriel Iglesias. He goes to a comedy show. I don't know what it is. Somehow, right place, right time, lightning strike, lost boy. Ty's got no prospects. Look at his dad still working at 70. What's the family business? Failure? I'm not trying to be mad. This is accurate. Okay? We've got a 60-year-old running around going, one day my dad won't have to work. Yeah, very soon. because of the death. Now.
Is that what Seinfeld told you?
Now. And I can talk like this because my dads are dead. Now. I want to know what this man would be doing if he hadn't win, place, or showed in some local shitty talent show in Arizona when he was a kid. Like, I want to know what the other fork in the road was. Because I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Nothing. I'm more talented. You ain't. You aren't good at this. You got to where you are today with fag sass, which is a real thing. Sass of a fag. Don't make
Sass
me
of fag roots.
Don't make me laugh. You got to where you are today with gay sass, white guilt, and good timing. Not on stage, just in the grand scheme of progressiveness. 2007-8, when we were all starting to not feel okay with ourselves inside as whites if we didn't know a gay or had seen a gay once. So you started getting booked at clubs because you were gay, and bars, and people had never seen a gay before in 2007. Like, they'd heard about him and watched Sex in the City, but nobody had ever seen a real gay in Kansas. You know what I mean? So when you came through with your brand of shoot from the hip, dribble from the tip, you know. This is the kind of jokes you won't get on Ty's show because he can't do them that quick. The point is, you just kept that like gay development set, that shocking gay, like, I can't believe a gay guy's here saying those things. It's like, that doesn't work anymore. And that's still the act. Go see it. It's just all, like, am I wrong, George? It's all shock gay stuff. I'm gay, I'm promiscuous. I'm gay, I'm promiscuous. Can you believe my eggs are up in my dick and my dick is up in the eggs? You've heard the jokes. They're not good. There is the Michael Jackson banger. But, you know, we all have a closer. So, yeah, I don't know. When I hear him claim talent, it really grinds my gears. Next. Warning. Warning. Imagine the nerve. I'm approved some new friend requests. Try not to get lippy. You will get tossed. Salad. Feel free to disagree, discuss, question. Let your heart guide you, but try not to get on my nerves. Like, this just screams of narcissism. Like, it's just like, people need to walk around and not annoy me. Make sure you try. Here we go. I'm going through a weird depression right now. It's kind of gross. I literally just figured out what triggered it. He's triggered. And really, I should have seen this coming. Not suicidal, though. Really just posting because some people think I'm strong all the time. Who? Name 7. Name someone who thinks you're strong all the time. You post things like this constantly. You're all over the place. You're nothing all the time. You're not stable, strong, happy, funny, any of it all the time. Lost, broken. Like, And there are others I'm sure you think are strong too and need anyone to reach out to them. So instead of blowing up my DMs asking if I'm all right, we weren't. Think about a strong friend that you would never think to check on and just ask how they're doing. This time of year, with us being partly shut down, can really play on a person's brain. I personally will be all right. This just happens once in a while. Thanks for the update. If you get on days later, November 30th, December 3rd. If you get on TV and you're fat, don't consider that making it.
I don't like the look of it.
And then Johnny Brem, I imagine mixing it up down here in the comments with tags. Again, very embarrassing for you. I don't know Johnny Brem, but let me just say, you know how we all went back 2 years ago and started deleting all our racist tweets from 2012 in case we ever got asked to host the Oscars? You might want to do the same with purging any of Ty's threads with comments that you've made that you made maybe when you thought you were friends. Again, I don't know, Johnny, but mixing it up in Ty's threads looks rough.
He's like, yeah.
I never meant to do that. If you're in Vegas and it's Friday, I'll be performing at Notoriety Live LV on the For Funny Fucker show. By the way, he does this all the time. He won't spell a cuss word in his posts. He writes shit and he stars out the I. He writes fuckers and he stars out the U. I thought you were the sass queen who didn't give a fuck about anything. I'm unbothered. Hey, make sure you use... Like, what are you? Look, he wrote asshole and starred out the O. It's like, what? Did I stumble onto my grandmother's page? And here's Freddie Correa, loving it. I think sometimes people confuse me for not wanting to put up with their shit. For me having skin. I don't think anybody's ever really thought about it. That's the thing, is like, he sits there and goes like, people probably think I don't have a thick skin, but I really just don't want to I wish people need to know that I do have a thick skin. I better go let people know that no one cares. No, but some people probably think that I don't, but I do. It's like, imagine if we all felt that way all the time. Like, I bet there's somebody who doesn't quite know what's up with me. I better set the record straight. It's like no one was waiting around for this. The sad truth is most people aren't as entertaining as they think they are. And it's clear that in this case, I block them. Also, like, I don't know much about blocking people, but is it easy to manage? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I imagine his lists is like, how do you find people to unblock? Or like, he always does a thing too, like, you've got 30 hours to prove that I made a mistake by blocking you. It's like, I was going to go camping with my dog this weekend. Now I've got to call off the whole thing to like get receipts together to prove, honey, I can't come this weekend. I know you're in labor, but Ty's unblocked me for 30 hours and I only have 30 hours to prove to him to get my receipts together. He's telling people I'm not getting my receipts together. I better. Imagine any of us scrambling to get our dossier on your desk. No, honey, Ty said it was due Sunday. He really is going around telling people like, Patrick had 36 hours to get me receipts. It's like, for what? For what? I didn't go anywhere this weekend. Like, you can't just unblock something, set up a challenge for me in your brain, block me again, and then go, see, he didn't even do it. I wasn't aware of the rules again. Nobody knew that I was being tested until you closed the contest and said, see, he can't even do it. Like, it's such madness. I'm secure and humble AF. He probably has a real efficient traffic workflow for blocking people. Yeah. I've started to snooze people on Facebook again. When did you stop? What does that even mean? What is snooze? Can you snooze someone?
Yeah, now Facebook makes it so that instead of blocking someone, you just snooze them for 30 days.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
That's how little, like, when someone annoys me, I just don't care. Like, I just move on with my, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy that you're like, guys, I've started snoozing people again. Oh, Ty started snoozing again. What matters is real life. And in real life, I see a lot of love. Let's see how positive this ends. I don't expect everyone on here to be hearts and roses all the time, and I'm not myself, but I'm also not 100% impending doom. So I'm snoozing people. If you're not on your shit in 30 days, I'll unfriend. Anyway, in the comments. So in the comments is a link to another podcast. It's like, so this started with positivity, love, and life. Get your shit together. So listen, you have 30 days to get your shit together, and then Ty's going to check on you again. I'm not making this up, right? This is exactly what he means, right? He's snoozing you for 30 days. When it unsnoozes, he'll reevaluate what you do on Facebook and decide whether or not you're worthy to be his friend. I mean, this is the definition of megalomania.
Yeah.
It's like he's living literally in his own world. Literally. Here's when he had a falling out with Shang. Okay, so I guess Shang Forbes woke up feeling something. Like, what does that even mean? So let me tell you all this. Okay. Hey, I had a problem with one person, so everyone stop what you're doing. Sounds a little nutty. Yesterday on his podcast, I called his co-host, Pedro, dumb. And he is. I got Ty's back on this one. This is real. Apparently, Shang keeps trying to take that out on me as me calling him dumb too. And while at the same time, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I guess if he wants the shoes so bad. It's like, what? What? It's like, look, I don't think Shang's as dumb as Pedro. I don't. But if you think Pedro is smart, you might be a fucking idiot. You know, like look, I don't care if a guy keeps telling me that he went to Princeton when he has to hurry up and do the podcast to get to his shift at the restaurant. It doesn't. I listen to every Savage AF too. Get the fuck out of here. You're not a real person. You're a bot. And I ask you the same thing I ask Kool-Aid. Where do you get the time? I watch every Savage AF. Okay, that tells me everything I need to know about you. You're dumb. I can't even make fun of it anymore because sitting through it hurts. Just like Ty stuff. We're almost done with Ty, except for we'll like do one check-in. Oh, he's admitting it's cringe. Okay, we'll do one check-in with Ty every quarter, just to see if his dad is dead yet. Are the dead dad jokes too much? Because I really love them. Next up. Facebook no longer allows me to tell people off. I got banned for 30 days for the word loser. And by the way, he starred out loser. Oh, is he doing this because he thinks you get banned?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you this. I don't think it has anything to do with the post itself. It's people reporting it.
Oh, yeah.
Because my group members on our Facebook group, private group, we were posting something, and one of them was literally a dude called me straight up the word. And then I wrote a snappy comeback, which Phyllis on The Office used. Close your mouth, dear. You look like a trout. That's what I wrote back to a guy who called me called me a tie. I get banned. I get banned for 48 hours for posting for Facebook for calling him a trout, saying he looked like a trout.
Jeez.
His post with the gay slur Fine. Sat there fine. Untouched.
Well, did you report him?
No, I'm not a reporting kind of man.
Yeah.
A non-curse word got me banned. Da 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 da. He said, so now I'm not even going to argue with you. Basically, I'm just going to delete you if I don't like your comments because I don't need to get banned for your comments. But then he signs it, cheers the management. And you have to wonder, when you see 167 likes on something like this, it's like, I need to know. I need a list of everyone in there, and I need a category. I need, are you liking it to get notifications on this mania? Do you really like Ty and you're liking it because you're like, yeah, go Ty, get like, he's cool. You know, are you sitting there like Adam, where you're just like,
Ty's cool.
Right, buddy? Yeah. Like, I gotta know. Are you seriously liking his stuff, or is it a bit? Is it for a bit? Because I can't take it if it's real. Here's one. I don't mind watching videos from people of stuff from people make, but I'm not a fan of people sending me the you have to see this political videos from either side. I don't think you guys understand how many people do this to me. I don't think you people understand how many people message me. I don't think you people understand. We don't need to. It's okay for you to have some things to yourself. I don't think you people know how many emails I get every day. We don't care. We don't need to know. I don't think you people really understand how. We don't know. We don't care. Here's where I'm at. Joe Biden's the president. I accept this. Oh, good. I hope he's good for our country. Until there's a reason to speak out, I'll watch quietly. By the way, I do appreciate all the posts on my feed from both sides. It's nice to see what might be interesting and occasionally click. That sounds innocent. I know it's getting late. We're getting tired. You need to listen to me. This is important, what he just said. He said, by the way, I do appreciate all the posts on my feed from both sides. It's nice to see what might be interesting. He's telling you, thanks for posting stuff for me. He thinks his feed is stuff that everyone has made for him. He thinks his feed is stuff people wanted him to see, and he's saying thank you. By the way, keep posting stuff. I like seeing stuff on my feed. Just don't DM me. I do appreciate you guys. Keep posting stuff that you think I might be interested. It's like he thinks people are Facebooking for him. Read it. Read it. I appreciate. That means he thinks it's for him. I appreciate you guys posting stuff. Keep it up. Just keep it in the right place. He's nuts.
Well, did he say on my timeline? Go back to the...
On my feed. I appreciate all the posts on my feed. Your feed is just what's on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's not for you. By the way, when I'm telling people to stop DMing me, keep posting on my feed. Like, okay, we will. Thanks for
but also it goes back to what I was talking about with grooming, like setting the specific rules.
Right,
That is the most primitive rule. Like what?
Also, I assume my post popped up in his feed. He argued with himself on it and then blocked me. So, the man is not. He will get mad at you for something on his feed after being graciously appreciative for it. So, this is just insane. Who's this Marcus Dietz guy? Do you know him?
Yeah, he's an open micer. He's a good guy, but yeah.
He might be a good guy. He's in. He's in with Ty. Yeah. He's on board. He thinks Ty's great. You're an idiot. I don't know you. I don't want to fight. You're fucking retarded. If you're like, okay, Ty's on pretty well. You're wrong. You're wrong. I don't know any other way to tell you. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. You're dumb. Pretty harsh, Patrick. I don't care.
I don't like the look of it.
Okay. My feed. Dear comics of all levels. Oh, You hear that, Louis C.K.? Seinfeld told me. Guys, comics of all levels. Oh, shit. Everybody gather around. What? I'm not at all looking for your approval. Okay? Imagine if I announced that every day. If you like what I do or say, thank you. But if you have any criticism, keep it to yourself. We don't have to. We'll be making videos. Keep tuned in here. There's a good chance I don't like some stuff you've done. And if you want to talk about that, I'm more than happy to do it. But let's assume you're not looking for that, what I offered. So unsolicited, just like don't need your opinion. And then I don't know who B-Rad Redlesperger is either. But same deal to you. You are fucking retarded if you think that A, makes any sense, and B, needs to be, quote unquote, preached. What? It's gibberish nonsense. like preach. Oh yeah. Ty doesn't need your approval. Imagine being Ty's hype man. I can't even. I don't have the energy for this one. I'm trying to figure out what to do about a situation right now. Weird that you're Facebooking then. Sometimes you notice manipulative patterns in people. Oh, fuck. And the fact that they try to play head games with people. But it's not your business. So when they try to start to... this is also the thing of like... He pretends he doesn't want to out people or name shit, but he gets so specific that everybody knows what he's talking about. It's... Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then with this one specifically, I liked it because it's about him. Like he's just projecting, like whatever is going. I think he's just preempting, like someone has this to say about him, so he's just gonna say it first. So now
they get defensive with you because they feel that their game is being called out. You decide not to deal with them anymore, but you know they're going to try to spin it so that they're the victim. Sometimes you wonder if you should get out ahead of it and try to shut them down, or if you should just let it play out. Anyway, if you notice a comic that's been trying to pretend to be everyone's best friend, tagging people in lists of who are the homies, taking people out on the road a little earlier than they should be out on the road.
Oh, shit.
I mean, what? Like just asking, anybody got 20 minutes? They'll try to come off as an elder statesman in order to achieve a status. You look solely at their comedy. They haven't earned it and tell stories and situations that they were in that really weren't on. You give tours of hotel rooms. Stop acting like a seasoned comic. I'm sorry. No comic does that unless the hotel room has something good to show. You gave a boring tour of a hotel room. We might as well strapped a GoPro onto a dog collar and watched it walk the hall twice and keep going back to the window looking outside for cats and squirrels. That's what it was. There was no witticisms. There were no comments. It's just boring garbage, Ty. Who are you kidding? Who are you fooling? You're not like, in what world are you an elder statesman of anything? He just goes on and on and on. It never stops. The delusion is so thick. Anyway, might delete this later, just annoyed. Another sign of mental illness. Face tattoos. Posting things and maybe taking it down. I might take it down later. What? There's no taking things down on the internet. Case in point, here it is. Did you take it down? Doesn't matter. We have it. We have it on record the day you had another breakdown. Isn't that fun? Roll on.
Oh, wait. And then you actually commented on Trix's post where he tagged like 40 people.
Yeah.
So I think he was just trolling Ty with that. Because, he tagged all the homies. He goes out all the time, trying to make friends.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, because that's what good people do, right? They just.
Hey, yeah, I love how he makes fun of Ty for like, Ty, or Trix. Trix always trying to get along with everybody, hang out and have fun. Oh, man. I'm sorry they didn't just sit in the front of the car and not do a poor podcast. Like, if everybody acted like you, we'd all just be slouching in our seats mumbling. The whole world would just be dudes going, ah, okay. If I put my energy into the podcast that you do, I'd be, welcome to in the world. That's your show, bro. It's just sad, dude. It's so bad. It's like, and you act like you have no control over when it goes live. It's like it comes on and you're like, it's like you pushed record. Wait till you're ready. You know what I mean? It's like, how every time you're just like, ugh, I have to do this now. I can't imagine how fun your shows are. And I can get anybody tickets. Ooh. There's plenty of room. Hey, comics of every persuasion, because of the shutdown, we're starting to come off of a lot of comics. Don't ever end a sentence with a preposition. A lot of comics are getting makeup spots from clubs right now and don't allow me to bring my own support. So if you hit me up asking for guest sets or to feature, you're a fucking loser. I put that in. There's a good chance I'll ignore it. Again, you know what isn't ignoring something? Preemptively not ignoring it. Almost everything that I ignore is easily recognized by one trait. I don't address it. Everything you say you're ignoring has several posts about it. Just so everybody knows, I won't be addressing this thing I'm addressing. Okay. Okay, go on. It's been happening a lot. And just to be honest, if I don't see you kill it regularly, you're fun to hang out with, you're a cool person, but I mean actually kill it on stage. You have neither one of those left, Ty. All the fun people have gotten on to your cautious cancer and run away. And the only people left around you are open micers who aren't killing it regularly. Watch it. Watch it. I don't know Ralph Totella. Maybe he's funny. I've heard the name before. He seems like a guy people like. You're lost. You're a lost boy. And it's not your fault. It'll happen to you. You'll get me tied. It'll happen. You'll come to us and be like, I don't know why I fucking put. It's like, well, you wanted $250. That's why you put up with it. And I get it. When you're at a certain stage in your career, it's worth that. It's worth that. But don't be shocked. And I'm warning you now, if you're a newer comic, just watch your back. Don't put too much into it. Go be with Ty. Go be with Ty. Think he's great. Watch your back. Don't take it from me. Take it from George. Watch your back. He will talk shit about you with no regard. You know, he is not an easy person to get along with. You will be walking on eggshells. You will have to listen to awful comedy. You will have to navigate rules that you're not aware of. Am I saying anything untrue?
No.
Right. So that's fine if you want to think that he's your guy, but you know.
Spend any amount of time with him and you'll quickly understand.
Ask Amy Blackwell. She couldn't even use the N-word freely in the car. Got a DM on Insta that said, I haven't seen that face since the late 90s. Response, this face didn't exist in the 90s. Blocked. Now listen to my podcast. Okay.
We were doing a...
Fuck. Look, other comics. I honestly just want to get along and work on my stuff. This is last week when everything was starting to blow up. Started getting a little too out of control for him. He was realizing there were too many enemies starting to pile up on him. And so he's like, guys, whoa. He tried to do a little damage control. This is when he was messaging comics, trying to make up with them. I'm not going to pretend this by the way, he'll start out with this humble, like, whoa, guys. And by the end, he'll just be telling everybody off. Watch. I don't even know, but that's usually the way it goes. I'll produce my own shows and make more money than I do working with other people if I burn too many bridges. In case you didn't know, that's how I first got on the Improv's radar. When was the last time
in the world
you worked a radar of the Improv? You know? When was the last time you worked an Improv, Ty? I mean, come on. And you're talking to a guy who started on the East Coast. I'm in the circuit with Stroop and all the funny bones and improvs. The guy that the West Coast comics don't ever fucking work. And I never saw you on those circuits. You know where I saw you? Shitholes next to cactuses. Every time I was at an improv, I would hear about you at shithole. You know when I would hear about you? When I came out and worked LA Comedy Club in 2007 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. That's when I'd hear about Ty. Oh, he's in Tucson. Good for him. What improvs? Loser. What improvs? Name the ones you were at. Because I was at all of them when I was on the East Coast. When I wanted to be a road comic. Now, you think I'm getting out of radius of my squatty potty? Please. I have tender hemorrhoids. They're called hemorrhoid. I've never had a hemorrhoid, and I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with my ass. Long story short, stay out of my way and keep your lowercase opinions to yourself. Watch the video. And by the way, if I plugged my YouTube as many places as this, like, how do you only have like a third more views on every video than I have? You post it in every comment of every thread, not only ones you start. Somebody will be like looking for recommendations for a good reupholsterer, and you're like, I don't know anything about that, but check the link. Like, what? You just hit and run promoting your shit? We all think you're weird. Two kinds of people have hit me up today. No, they haven't. People who did it by mistake. The ones that don't know me and ask if I'm okay. By the way, this is when he was having his breakdown. And this is DJ Sandu. He's saying doesn't know him. It's like if someone has your number and is reaching out to you by a text, like, hey, are you okay? You ain't okay. And ones I actually hang out with, open micers. Who? Claire and Vic? Hopefully this episode of my podcast keeps me from having to answer either of these questions. Oh, the people that I hang out with ask me if we're going to war. I'm not kidding, Ty. And I want this 100%. Call your two dumb open mic friends and tell them you're going to war. Call them. I want it. Stupid. I want it. Bring it to me. Show us what you can do, you big, strong man. I want it. I don't think we're going to have to go to war. You don't want me to ruin your life. Ruin it, pussy. Ruin it. Let's see what you have. I think you're a Pokemon who's worn out and doesn't have any more powers. Okay? I think he got discovered in 2007 and the magic's worn off. Okay? All the corners of the card are bent. They don't even want it. I want it. I'm telling you, bring it to me. Stupid. Bring it to me. Line them up. You don't even do it. Do it. Yeah. Getting quieter, Ty. If we're going to war, you can't figure out how to make a video. You know what I mean? Going to war, are you going to make your own weapons? Because I've seen how you make a set. Go over to your house. You're going to have swords stuck into your sofa. Is this how you fight? You've cut all your light strips because they were just laying everywhere. Meanwhile, you and Vic are on the floor with your glue sticks that you made your shitty sign with. Grow up. I love going off on somebody with really immature, petty shit and then going, grow up. Ugh. Ugh. Who's delusional? The thing people need to know about me is your couch has stains. That's what people need to know about you. I saw a picture of your dog on it. It looked disgusting. But people need to know. Do they? The thing people need to know about you is your couch belongs at Salvation Army. Like, stop it. Stop it. You might say, Patrick, why do you get to tell everybody what's what? I don't go around the comedy community acting like God. I don't. I sit here in this room. I mind my own business. I promote my show on my show's pages. I don't promote them in comedy groups. I don't promote them to comedians. I don't promote fucking shows to people who aren't aware of me. I've built up an audience. I make a living off it. I don't need to try to trick open micers into liking me. They already do. They can tell.
Grow up.
They can tell that I'm not a fake piece of shit. I don't pretend to be the best comic. You do. I don't pretend to know more than other headlining successful comics. You know, what are you talking about? This guy works nowhere anymore. He's done. Get him out of here. Just met a guy. This is from Easter. This is great. Just met a guy at an intersection, followed him into a gas station, and then fucked him in a park. Again, fucked his F-star at %ED. You little stinker. If you don't think life is great, you probably ain't doing it right. This didn't happen. You didn't meet a guy. You didn't fuck a guy. You had a little head fantasy. You went home. You jerked your little peen. I picture your little dick just like a sprig of cilantro. You know what I mean? Just a little Thai basil. You know what I mean? Look at George's face. He's like, this is too much. I didn't sign up for this. You're talking about his little dick?
The audio cut out after the audio cut out.
Oh, I said his little dick. His little dick is like a little cilantro. It's like a Jimmy John's. It's like a Jimmy John's shorty.
I was getting ready to listen to it on YouTube, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Don't please.
And then I heard cilantro.
Please don't listen on YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, unsubscribe. We could do better. Okay, we're almost done. Come on. Here's me. This one's about me. So there's a guy named Patrick Melton.
I don't care.
That has stated publicly that he's trying to make me kill myself. Now, whoa. Okay. I don't remember saying that. Okay. Ever. But I hope he does. He made 6 hours worth of content on me. I've made 66 hours. It said publicly that I'm on pills when I don't do pills. Well, first of all, you've admitted to doing pills. You said you do Viagra, which are pills. So now I'm clear of that because you came out and said you do Viagra, you nut. We didn't even know that. Thanks for volunteering it. I bet the Easter bunny in the park really appreciated it.
Oh, no.
Tell me again, what's so great about this guy? Oh, he's super hack. He only works remote bars for 7 people. He'll take anybody on the road with him. He'll lie about how good comics are, both in the affirmative and the negative. And what else? He can't get his dick hard.
High school.
Right. No, he seems like one of the greatest. Oh, he will talk willy-nilly shit behind your back immediately? Cool. I wish this was April Fool's and me being tired of this guy obsessing on me. Oh, but this is just me being tired of this. He doesn't want the smoke. I'm calling this out publicly so anyone that knows him sees exactly what I'm talking about. Again, he's posting this like on his page, so that anyone who knows me knows what I'm talking about. And again, no headlining comic on this thread said anything. A bunch of fucking dumb open micers and a booker I haven't talked to in 7 years just said, well, I don't even say who it is because I don't give it away on the thread. But there's no real comics in there going like, fuck Patrick. Nobody. I'm beloved. 7 open micers going, oh, that's awful. Also, people just like believing anything anyone says. No other information needed. Clearly. He also claims we've known each other since 2011 and I've never met him. Again, imagine someone saying that about me and me making a post. So-and-so said they know me and they don't. Like, what?
Road trip to...
Fuck. There's a guy about me. There's a guy who makes hours of hate content YouTube vids. This is comedy content. It's satire, and it's for review purposes only. Okay, so I don't need that. And always says I've got an inbox full of negative messages about Ty Rivera. So I unblocked him for 48 hours to give him the floor. Okay, so in his mind, now I do. I have a lot of messages of horrible things Ty has done. People know this about me. I won't give up your shit if you don't want me to. If you don't want to be aired out, the private stuff you send me, I don't give it out. Unlike Ty, I'm not in it for that. I'm not trying to get the views. I'm not trying to get the spectacle of it and the drama. You tell me to keep your word. I want my word to be worth something. So I have to honor you telling me not to disclose that. Okay? So I will hold on to that. But let me just tell you, there's a lot of stuff from people. And just because I don't put it out doesn't mean I don't have it. I don't lie. If lawyers want to come to me because I said I have 20 messages, I do. I have them. They can find them. But because I refuse to air out other people's shit with Ty, you have to understand most people don't care as much as we care on this show because we need the entertainment, But in his mind, I unblocked him for 48 hours to give him the floor. It's like he didn't message me like, hey, I'm unblocking you for 48 hours. Let's see some of the awful things people say about me if that's true. There was never a challenge laid out like that. He unblocked me. I didn't notice. I went, I did notice on the group. We had an interaction for a couple hours one day, and then I went on with my life. And then 2 days later, he's like, 48 hours he was unblocked, and he didn't even do anything. No receipts. It's like, I didn't know I was supposed to have that due today for you. I didn't know I was supposed to bring that to you. No one told me. Also, I don't give a fuck. I don't need Ty Rivera to believe me. Do you understand? I'm not trying to convince the mental patients we need locks. If you want to know why he hates me so much, it's because I blocked him in June. I don't hate you. You're mentally ill. I love it. Keep going. Keep going. We love it. Keep being a loon. I didn't like his thinking. What thinking? You argued with yourself. People must think I'm insane. I didn't talk to the man. He argued with himself in a thread of mine while I was having coffee on my porch. I came back inside. He had frothed himself up so much by imagining how I'd argue that he blocked me. This is a real story. In that week alone, he made 6 hours of content about me. Probably more than that. Don't sell me short, motherfucker. I'm me, and I don't have 6 hours worth of shit. No shit. My point is, mental illness is a serious thing. By the way, he's been blocked again. I mean, it's just like, okay. By the way, I did a thing that he didn't know about, and he didn't even do the other thing that I set up for him to do that he didn't know about. So, cool. And then here's him calling Steve McAnally and Alex racist when he got blocked from the group. Because if he gets kicked out of a group, it can only be because he's racist. Here's him calling Tricks hilarious. And if you get a chance to see him, he's worth watching. Proud to call him a friend. And then we all know what happened after that. He was never a good friend anyway. Never really cared about him. It's like, so if you're Ralph Totella and you're on the road with him right now, and Ty's making grooming-ish posts about you, because that's what he's doing. Hey, everybody, I'm out here with Ralph. I brought him. I got him a thing. He's doing great. He knows how to da-da-da-da-da. Just wait. Just wait. Don't pop a tire or need to piss. You know? Don't pull over because the storm's too much. He'll lose his shit on you. Not only will he treat you like shit in person, he'll never talk to you again. You know, give you the side eye. You know, the silent treatment like a girl. And then he'll get home and he'll bash you on Unbothered with Shai Guevara. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. So be on Team Ty, everybody. Seems great. Seems like a good team to be on. Worked out for you, George?
I'm enjoying the Thailand treatment.
Are you worried now? Because, he's totally willing to go to war. And he's got the Botherinas, which is his duet group.
Well, I heard he runs the clubs out here in Indiana. So, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere his reach doesn't extend.
Yeah. The two open mics in my city. I don't know. I'm going to have a hard time getting up there.
Yeah, take care of yourself. Watch your back. Keep your head down. Keep your nose clean. Keep your ear to the grindstone and your tail feathers.
Keep my tires nice and fresh.
Shook. Isn't that what Nelly said? Shook them. Anything you want to get out of the way before we get out of here? It was a long one. Thank you so much for doing it and being the first comic who's willing to share an experience. We're not here to lie. We're even giving Ty credit for a lot of the things he did. He paid for gas begrudgingly, you know. He didn't set the car on fire, you know, so there's that. But this is not take a nap. But he's not a happy man. He's not a balanced man. And when you're like, oh, Ty's pretty good. He's more like the tyrant treatment. All right, we'll do the jokes, big fella.
Ooh.
No, I like Alex. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for coming on. I do miss you. I wish you were. Do you ever get back to Vegas? You ever coming this way?
Yeah, we're trying to visit next summer. So if that's the case, then
next summer, like 2022.
Yeah.
Jesus. See, this is what a kid does.
Yeah, you got a plan.
It's a nice one you got there, though. You can't even tell he's one of those coloreds.
Yeah, he's a nice little.
Now we'll get kicked off YouTube. George, thanks so much for hanging with us. All right, buddy. Sure. And to everybody else watching, again, please just join the overdose. Use code Unbothered at checkout. Buy some merch over at the Things and Homemade Salsa. Now available at Rick's. Don't ask about the whole, and you're sure to love it. All right, George, thank you so much. We'll talk to you the rest of you. Oh, shit. I just realized I didn't video record this. But thank God the stream didn't break, so it should all be on YouTube. As long as we end it
later
before it fucks up. So I think we'll do that now. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bing bong bang.
Patrick's on the mic and he's going insane.
Bing bong bang.
Ustream views be popping off the chain.
Bing bong bang.
Jameson headphones and Mary Jane.
Bing bong bang.
Stick it in the ear, let him fuck your brain. You can't joke about race or sodomy. Fuck that noise at NLO, we call it comedy. Honestly, live shows are the shit. You'll be rolling on the floor like retarded kids. And I need $1, stick it on the wall, then take another caller. But when you call, you best have something to add to, or else you're gonna endure the wrath of a fat dude. Talking more shit than scat porn chat rooms and foaming at the mouth like the rabbitest raccoon. No sugarcoats or tippy toes, you better join the overdose if you want some funny videos.
Bing bong bang.
Patrick's on the mic and he's going insane.
Bing bong bang.
Ustream views be popping off the chain.
Bing bong bang.
Jameson headphones and Mary Jane.
Bing bong bang.
Stick it in your ear, let him fuck your brain.